Hello, and welcome to Kelaan. It is episode 7. It is city time. It is fun time. Today I have playing with me, Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh. Today we're playing Nico Stormchaser, who is a Kalishtar Storm Herald Barbarian.
Yes, he is. I have Michaela.
Hi, I'm Michaela. I'm playing Sonia Blackforge, the Dwarven Cleric.
Okay, I have Jay.
Hey, I'm Jay. I'm playing Corrin Swiftdancer, the halfling battlesmith artificer.
Don't worry, sometimes I forget my own intro too. I have Hannah.
Hi, I'm Hannah, and I'm playing my Trishlir, and she's a Shifter Swift Stride part.
Yes, she is. I have Tom.
Hello, I'm Tom, and I'm playing Dane Rutsell, the Kalashtar Druid, who is a moss boy.
Moss Boy.
And I have Oscar.
Hi, I'm Oscar or Salty, and as always, the best is for last. I'll be playing Kelaan, the High Elf Evocation Wizard.
I've also
When was that a thing?
just realized I've forgotten something. I will be back in 2 seconds.
Oh
And
no!
whilst he goes, let's discuss what Salty just said. He saved the best till last.
He does it every week.
I don't get it. Kelaan was last. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, wow.
I'll have you know, you've healed me before, motherfucker.
No, I
You're
like.
stuck.
I think Dane.
Hey, you know
They
what?
like
Next time it
Kelaan.
won't.
You haven't healed me
I'm
before,
horrified.
Ryan.
I have
Only
you.
Dane. Only Dane has ever healed me.
No, I'm pretty sure I've healed you once as well.
I preemptively
No.
healed you by giving you aid
Okay.
See?
Right.
to boost your.
When we left off last session, we had spent a little time finding out about what was going on in the small town of Yenlon. And we sort of somewhat solved a mystery of Penelope going missing. A giant causing trouble for a town. You were returning to the city of Galvinia to collect your rewards, do handings and bounties, and possibly to make your way to another city, escorting a group. Nevertheless, I hand over to you.
Where are we right now? Did we get back home yet?
Yes, you are approaching the city gates.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay, so we should be heading to my folks' house, right?
Yes.
If you immediately want to go and ask questions, yes.
Do we want to immediately go ask questions?
Why not?
Okay, then we're heading over to Nico's parents' house.
Okay. Nico, your parents live in the Bard Quarter, yeah? I assume. Like
Yeah, because I wasn't allowed to live in
Tranquility
Cherry
Avenue?
Sap Boulevard.
Oh yeah, no. No, you do live in Cherry Sap Boulevard. You weren't allowed to live in
Okay,
Tranquility
yeah, I
Avenue.
wasn't allowed to live in Tranquility Avenue, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so as you arrive at the home of Nico's parents' house, Nico, your father is not in, but your mother is, and you smell some sort of baking going on. And yeah, as you
Did you say baking or bacon?
baking.
Okay.
And as you come through into the kitchen, friends in tow, your mother sort of steps up from the oven she was baking in, and oh, Nico. Well, welcome home. I see you brought your friends. How did your adventures go?
Hi, Mom. I go over and give her a kiss on the cheek. It went okay. We came because we have some questions for you. About Kalashtar.
Oh, our heritage is very important, but why today?
Well, we went. So basically, TLDR. We went to go find a missing girl, and it turns out, plot twist, that her dad is a Kalashtar, but he has a fire spirit in him that he can't really control, and lashes out. And he has a daughter who he had with a witch, but her spirit isn't an elemental spirit. She can control other creatures and beings.
There
Have you ever heard of something like
There
that?
are age-old wives' tales. Let me tell you of them. And with this, she sort of begins this little patting on the table, this sort of drum rhythm going on. And she starts to tell you a sort of poem version of the story of a
I'll quickly run into the living room and get her bongos and bring them in. For her.
She shall continue in fashion. However, I am not going to grace you with a bard's performance, I'm afraid. Today is not the day, but she will tell you of the story of a Kalashtar of ancient times, whose name was Emmerich, which is relatively important, so I will mention that here. And Emmerich fell in love with a siren. A siren is a type of witch who lures various people in by song. And a siren can be quite dangerous. Nevertheless, he fell in love with a siren, some form of witch. And he had a spirit within him that was strong and powerful. In fact, Nico, his spirit was indeed a storm spirit. And he married, and he fell in love. And later on, they had a child together, a young girl. And at first, the girl seemed perfectly normal, though they worried as her spirit didn't manifest at a young age. But as some powerful spirits take longer to manifest, they hoped and prayed that, she would find her way to the Kalashtari. But when she was only 3 years old, she began manifesting magical talent. As if connected to a spirit that was not visible. She began to lift things with her mind. But what stood out, the daughter of Emmerich, is that her eyes went completely black, and she cast magic. They later said that she had bonded not to a spirit, but to a demon. Perhaps not in the sense your mum explains midway she breaks her poem. Perhaps not in the sense that you might know of demon, not a denizen of the nine hells, merely a spirit that is of evil nature. And with this, she sort of goes back to her tapping and her drumming. And the daughter of Emmerich was a lesson to all that should you fall in love with the witch, you should leave well alone if Kalashtari spirit you would mix. She looks to you and I've not heard of this struggling to control her spirit. Or his spirit. But some fire spirits can be a little unruly and a little powerful and can sometimes cause anger or flare-ups in a host's moods. Perhaps this is all that he speaks of, but it's the daughter I would be afraid for. For no good can come of a union between Kalashtar and the witch.
No, I saw the spirit. It's more serious than that. Yeah, I had like
remember this.
Yeah, the whole reason why I turned around was because I saw in my mind him.
Yes,
with
okay.
this
You didn't see him. You didn't see the spirit. You saw a vision of him with the spirit breaking out, right? It was a vision. You saw it in your mind. You didn't see it with your eyes, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Right, I'm just making sure that I didn't make a mistake with that. Yeah, so
No.
in your mind, you saw his vision of how his spirit is. That's so. I want to make that defined. Okay, his spirit didn't come out of him or anything. Nevertheless, you did indeed have images of how bad he was struggling with his control, and your mum looks concerned at this. And well, there is the council of the Kalashtar. Perhaps we should let them know. It's been long since I've spoken with any. I'm sure you have your own tasks, but. Have you got the name of this man? Perhaps I will take a message to them myself. His name's Simon.
His name's Simon. No last name given.
Simon Pigman.
Simon the Pigman.
He's
Yeah.
a pigman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Simon from the Unman.
Have I ever heard of the Council of Kalashtar?
So the Council of the Kalashtar are sort of sages of old. They're the elders of the Kalashtari. They're not really an official band or group. Instead, it's sort of the mutual respect between various different Kalashtar. Every Kalashtar knows of them. You probably wouldn't know where to seek them out, but your mother turns to you and you mentioned some trouble that might be coming our way. Perhaps your father and we might journey to the council and tell them of this ourselves. We may even go through Yenlon and see this man that you speak of. If that would be okay.
Well,
I mean, she's not really asking your permission. She's more like suggesting that she goes and hoping that you'll
Sure.
be okay with it.
Just be careful on the road.
Well, you know.
You're not a spry chicken like you and Dad were when you went traveling.
Excuse me, young boy. I am still more than capable of doing the capey shapey. And she gives you the sort of eyebrow and oh. Biscuits, anyone? And she pulls out these just ready fresh made cookies and starts handing them out.
Ugh.
Your father will be happy. He's been urging us to travel for a while. And, he says that my tongue will get us in trouble sooner rather than later, so perhaps it is best that we travel for a while. I think we shall head to the east. Though Yenlon, you said, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yenlon is the name of the town that Simon was in, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, perhaps you will head through there. I'm sorry, you can hear me clicking like a madman. We'll head east to the human towns. Perhaps we'll send word when we get there, but I expect it will probably make rest in Habaresh, and perhaps Karistan. Do you have any plans, Nico?
I'll turn to everyone. Do we have any plans?
Weren't we gonna go with the circus? And
Oh,
then find
yeah,
Penelope?
We're about to become temporary bodyguards
Oh.
for a traveling entertainment act.
Not Madame Sarusa's circus, surely.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm good friends with Madame Sarusa. I'll send word for you. She'll look after you like her own. She's lovely. Beware though, she has her own ways of dealing with trouble.
What does that mean?
I don't want to know.
Are you asking that out loud, Sonia?
Yes.
Okay. She looks at you. Well, Madame Sarusa has her own magics, and she has they have a strict code within the circus. They don't judge, and they look after their own. But they will brook no insolence nor injustice. They're strong people with warm hearts.
Oh, well, that sounds good.
Indeed. The circus doesn't belong to Madame Sarusa, but she runs it. The circus belongs to the maestro, who is Vanek Breathane. He is the circus owner. But Madame Sarusa is his wife, and she is the ringleader, if you will. Oh, shit. Sorry.
What a great Lady Gaga.
That is the ironic alarm to tell me that the session starts in an hour. Because daylight savings is a thing. Yes, anyway. So she looks at you, and we'll travel safely, Nico. And while you're gone, I think we'll put out the notes that we are moving on. Perhaps even put the house up for temporary sale. Don't worry, we won't sell it.
Can you say that whole thing all over again? Because you were cutting in and out.
Am I? Sorry. She says, don't worry, Nico. We won't actually sell the house, but we'll put it up for sale as if we're trying to move. That might put some of the threat away from us.
Oh.
We'll put the word out that we're traveling, and I wish you luck. Have I stopped?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll walk over to her because Nico's 6 foot, so his mum's 5.
Yeah.
So I'll just crouch down slightly and give her a hug.
As you lean over
And
her, she
then
just sort of nestles
shoo everyone out of the house.
head into your
That's
shoulder.
not how you.
Okay.
That's not how you hug short people, dog. What the fuck?
I think I know how to hook short people.
Regardless. Where are you going? What are you doing?
Oh,
What time is it by the time that we got back and we've done all this?
You stayed overnight, so 10:30, 11 in the morning.
Did we get a long rest between sessions?
Yeah, you stayed not between session. You got a long rest in last session, after all the combats and everything. You stayed at the inn, at Becca's inn.
I was just wondering why I was missing a second level spell. Then I remembered I tried to cast levitate on the dude. All right.
That was
makes
before
sense.
the long rest. You should. Nobody used a single spell or anything. So if you haven't got everything, take a long rest. Regardless, where are we headed?
but I did cast aid on
Yes, you did that first thing in the morning.
yeah,
That
Okay.
was on Corin, Dane, and Mai, was it?
Corin, Kelaan,
Corallin
and
and
Mai.
Mai, sorry, yeah.
Yes. Do we still have 8?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was cast this morning.
Okay.
Nice and fresh.
Every
Mhm.
morning we get 4 HP.
Is it
Five.
4 or
Five.
5?
Five.
Yeah,
Ah,
I,
5.
I wake up in the morning and I get 5 HP. It's a beautiful life.
Gorilla doesn't have any fucking HP.
Yeah, I now have 18. I think
Wow.
we should go and turn in our bounty and see
Yes,
where that
our-
places us on the board.
Our giant ear.
Okay, you're going to
Is
turn in
it?
the ear of the giant, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So, as we, nobody saw anything there. As we travel on over across the town, you are heading up to the Adventures Guild, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And as you stop by, there is a woman behind the counter. I do have her name somewhere. Erin here. Oh no, Erin. Sorry, Erin. And she looks at you. And, oh, day adventurers. How might I help you?
Hello, we're here to collect a bounty, and I gingerly hold out the ear.
A giant, you called yourself. Excellent. Good work.
Wasn't easy.
Very well. You shall amend it on the board. I think it's 15 gold pieces. For giants here. Or is it 10?
I have written here 30.
30? Okay. Yeah, I need to get. I need somebody to give me that list at some point because I wrote them down and then I don't know what I did with that piece of paper. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So go ahead and just take 5 gold each straight away.
I have a question. What do you do with all these ears?
Well, we just dispose of them. It's more a case of proof. We don't keep them.
No.
You don't like cook food out of them or anything?
No,
Ugh.
don't be ridiculous.
Fuck, that's such a waste.
I
Pork
think
ear soup sounds disgusting.
Nerov
No.
deals with them. He's a conjurationist, and he's as adept at making things vanish as he is at making them appear. Perhaps somewhere in an extra-dimensional space there are hundreds of thousands of years that Nerov is banished to the same place.
Ugh.
Who knows? An interesting question. Nobody ever asks about the ears. Alas. I hope you find your pace sufficient. Hope to see you soon.
Is it you that updates the leaderboard in the?
We let the tavern know at the end of the night.
Oh, okay. I love that.
Yeah, it's the Belching Bear, I think, is.
Belching Bear. I was trying to remember the name. Yes.
Well, I hope that you return soon with some more bounties. In the meantime, best of luck. Stay safe. Keep your eyes forward. She nods and lets you leave.
Thank you.
Should we start heading over to the circus now?
If you want to leave with them, you will need to be there by 2. It is currently
What time is
11.
it now? And how long does it take to get there?
An hour? No, you're up north. Half an hour? So if you have any shopping you wish to do before
Hmm.
approaching.
Is there a shop that sells like weapons that have enchantments on them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah,
some
I mean,
of
I
them
doubt
do
I've got
indeed
any
have.
amount of money that's enough for one of those, but I'd like to go check it out.
Let's have a little look. So as you head on over, we have a store here. Are you gonna head to the blacksmiths first, I assume?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they make weapons.
Have a weapon.
You want to get your weapon enchanted.
Or
Right.
buy a new weapon that's already enchanted.
Well, you would go to the blacksmith for a new weapon that's already enchanted, or you'd go to the Enchanters Guild if you want to find out about getting your weapon enchanted. Please make your decision.
Would it be cheaper to just get an enchantment put on, or would it be
Yes.
cheaper?
Yes.
Okay,
of
I'll
course. You're
go
buying
for
the
I'll
weapon
go
as well.
for option A is my final answer.
Okay. So as you head on over to the Enchanters Guild, which is all of about a 3-foot walk, as it happens to be next door, it is next to the Mages Guild, in between the Adventurers Guild. You are able to go in, and you see a tall elven woman with deep red hair. She looks over at you, and, well, what is it I can do for you?
We want to enchant our weapons, please.
You want an enchantment on a weapon? What kind of enchantment?
Wait, what?
Is there like a pretty one? Like
Yes,
maybe
I'd like
with
the
flowers?
Staff of Power.
Just Nico. What kind of enchantment?
Possibly lightning based, and I'll like take out my great sword from off my back.
You want to strike your foes with lightning, do you? An expensive enchantment. You will
No,
need
of course
the
it is.
you will need the scale of a dragon or a wyvern.
Oh boy.
Do you have the piece yourself, or would you like us to supply it?
I suppose since I didn't know I had to contribute with ingredients, I will have to buy it.
Well, in that case, it is usually cheaper to provide your own material components, but nevertheless, if you find a wyvern scale on your travels, if it is of the right nature of wyvern or worm, then of course that would drastically reduce the price, but I'm afraid it's 850 gold pieces if you wish to pay for the enchantment and the scale. Only 350 if you just want the enchantment.
Are you on crack?
How's your gold looking, Nico? How much are we
How
getting?
How about? Oh, I know. How about we make a swap? How about I give you an enchanted piece of jewelry, and you give me this enchantment?
Unfortunately, it's not I that supplies the enchantment, but what is this piece of jewelry? Perhaps I might purchase it from you.
Did you purchase it for 800 gold?
Depends what
Or
it is.
783 gold?
It depends what it is. I don't know what it is, Nico. I'm not psychic.
It's I'll like take it off of my finger and I'll like put it on my hand. It's a ring that allows the wearer to walk on water.
Oh, a useful enchantment, but not an expensive one, unfortunately. That only requires the scales of a fish.
Oh no.
Yes. It's I could give you perhaps 10 gold for it.
Yeah, I mean, we do have something we could sell that I don't think any of us want to use.
You can't sell the wolf.
I'm talking about the mask. You know, the very expensive mask we got from people that we don't like very much. I don't think any of us want to use it, so we could sell that.
Yeah, I'll place that on the counter.
Oh,
See
After
if
you
she
get it
gets.
from me.
Alan does have the
been
mask.
carried.
I didn't want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna heavily disagree with what's going on right here.
Okay, why? Okay, Corellin, why do you want to keep the mask?
Because there are properties to it that would be of use at least some point in our adventuring.
And what properties are those?
I passed the Arcana check on the mask, right?
Yeah.
It gives
Yeah,
night
it
vision.
keeps you hidden. It makes it so that people won't know who you are.
Is that something we need?
I mean,
We are the nameless.
Coralan, I don't want to be rude, but there's this powerful item called just a normal mask that can more or less do the same.
Yeah, that's fair, but I highly doubt that this is going to cover your expenses.
I mean, we could ask, and if it is
Yeah,
too little, we keep it.
I mean,
let's.
Here, while you're at it, here's a ring.
Well, she'll take one look at the mask, and that's one of the masks of the Owls of Frindal. You must have got that from the palace.
Yeah.
What do you know of it?
The Owls of Frindal are excellent enchantresses and an unusual folk. The cost of the mask, with no enchantment at all, is beyond my means and the means of the guild.
Then how about we give you this mask with enchantment on it,
I cannot
and
take
you
one of these
enchant
pieces.
all of our gear?
I cannot take one of these pieces.
Why?
The Owls of Frindal are... They don't belong to our group, to our guild.
Well, I won't tell anyone if you don't.
I have no interest in possessing one of their pieces. Give me an insight check here, Nico. You're missing something quite big.
Yeah, I'm missing about 787 gold pieces. That's what I'm missing.
Well, first of all, I'll tell you for
quite
free,
big.
there is no way at level 3 you're going to get your weapon enchanted with lightning. Secondly, give me the insight check, because you're missing something really big here.
That's a 1. Not a nat 1, that's a 3 with a minus
Sonia,
2.
what's your passive insight?
Passive.
Yeah. Sonia or Mai?
11.
Okay, what's Mai's? Hannah?
Huh? Sorry.
What's your passive insight on Mai?
+3.
Passive, it's on the left-hand side of your character sheet.
Oh, 13.
13, fantastic. So we're looking for Maya. As you see this woman, you can see that as she looks at this mask, she won't even touch it. She's afraid of it.
Interesting.
Great, so we've got Majora's mask. Alright. I'll
She's not afraid of the mask because of what the mask can do, but because of who made it.
Okay. I'll not aggressively, but a little bit aggressively, pick up the mask and push it into Corona's chest and walk out the door.
As you go to walk out, she will look at you and, there are lots of enchantments that aren't so expensive. But if money is your worry, and you can enchant a weapon with more than one enchantment down the line. Perhaps, for example, you wish it to shed light, or perhaps you wish it capable of killing the undead.
How much for both of those things?
Is this from outside the door?
No, I didn't let him leave. That's
I've got a glass to the outside of the door. I'm like, what did she just say?
To silver the weapon, you will need the weight of the weapon in silver. It's approximately 60 silver pieces, which is 6 gold. Yeah.
That's more.
Okay, so that's for it to hit undead. What about the light?
And do you wish it to shed light? If you wish it to only shed light in dark places, I can do that for only 2 gold. If you wish it to shed light all the time, that will cost 20.
Well, yeah, I don't want it all the time. Yeah, I will take that 8 gold, please.
Okay. Yeah, 8 gold. She can do that. You will need to make notes of this. So if you go to your customize and then write it in the notes on your greatsword, that'd be great.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, great, because I don't have dark vision, so that's actually really useful.
No, unfortunately,
Me neither.
Gandalf's weapon is hidden right now.
I don't have dark vision either. Maybe I should get a light thing. That could be useful.
Maybe.
Does anybody else wish for any enchantments? There are some other
Oh,
things
well.
we can do.
I just wanted to check. Nico's greatsword is also still +1.
Well, yeah, I mean, that only lasts a day, right?
Yeah, but I can redo it after a long rest.
Yes, but, she needs the weapon.
Okay.
If she's going to enchant it. It's not, like, instant.
Okay.
She'll sort of look to
How
you,
long
Nico,
will that
and,
take?
if you need a weapon in the meantime, you can take one of these from out the back, but, I'll have it
Oh,
back to you.
Blathon, this is an instant.
No, I'll have it back to you within an hour or two.
How about I pay you 2 extra gold? Does that change anything?
Unfortunately, it's not me doing the enchanting, so... but don't worry, if you're in a hurry... wait, give me one moment. And she puts her hand on what... a sort of crystal on the desk. And, Nevis! 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 Nevis!
Nevis.
He's casting, one moment.
I'm just gonna like whisper to Corin. Should I tell her I've got enchantment prime and this should really happen soon.
There's a sort of thunder crack in the middle of you guys. It is really loud, and this gnome with sort of smoke just wisping from his eyebrows just appears in the middle of you all. And you called? Yes. They're quite the dramatic entrance. This gentleman needs his sword enchanted, but he's in a bit of a hurry. I don't suppose you might be able to... Well, what does he want? And he looks at you. Go on, what do you want?
I'd like... I've already paid for this greatsword to be enchanted with lightning.
He looks at you, and then he looks to the lady. Is this true? And she turns and... No, unfortunately he did want lightning, but I mentioned to him that it's quite an expensive enchantment. He would like it moon-touched, and also to do something else.
Light, hit undead.
And he'd like it silvered. Well, the process of dipping in silver is pretty simple. You have the silver there, and she will she's put your gold to the side, and she gets out a pouch of silver. And you see he reaches his hand in and pulls out a handful of silver pieces. And then as he runs his hand along the weapon, they melt into the sword. And then he begins a strange enchantment, muttering words, and he sort of unfurls a scroll out of one pocket and places it on the table. And then he begins to sing in a sort of crooning voice, running his hand along the weapon. Over again. And then he gets his cloak and he sort of puts it over his head and leans over the weapon, and then takes it back and... Well, it seems to be what you need. Anything else before I go? I do have some work to be doing.
What was that scroll for?
Oh, sometimes I forget the words. And trust me, you don't want to get it spoon-touched instead of moon-touched. That's not good.
That's fair. That's fair.
Loses its sharpness.
Interesting.
What about the rest of you? Anybody need anything?
Thank you.
Wait, can I silver my warhammer?
Of course you can.
Yay.
60 silver pieces. It will cost you. And the lady sort of looks at you, and I can do change. I can exchange it.
Yes, please.
And he repeats the same process. He dips his hand into the pouch of silver, and he begins to run it up and down the warhammer. And then he sort of looks at you and... Dwarven craftsmanship.
Of course.
My lady, you don't need this done. And he hands you back the 60 silver. The dwarves do not make weapons that do not damage all types of foes.
Shoot.
Yeah, you
Well,
already
now
had
I'm
it.
embarrassed.
Well, you weren't to know that this is a process within dwarven craftsmanship. The head of your warhammer is most likely mithril. Which, yeah.
I'm just admiring my warhammer.
Do I need like an activation word or anything to shed the light?
No, it's moon touched, which means that anytime the light around it is dim, it will shine on its own. That's why he stood over it with his cloak, to make sure it was dark. However, if you wish to make it go dark, that is not possible with the enchantment you've got.
Okay, so I basically have a permanent nightlight.
Yeah, well, you've got a sheath, right? It's only when you draw the sword that there's 15, it's going to shed 15 foot of light. You do have a sheath. It's not permanently making it light.
I don't really.
You do have a sheath.
I don't.
well, otherwise you have a really sore wherever it is you're storing it.
Well, I just think of it like a video game character, so it just like hovers on my back.
Does it? Excellent. Why did I not think of that? No, I mean, it's admittedly the sheath might only be a bandolier that's sort of holding it on the back, but even then, it's still, yeah, it's a permanent knife out at that point.
Oh, I'm just being a dick, yeah.
Yeah, you are. However, he sort of looks to Sonia, and there might be something else we can do with this if you're interested. Dwarven craftsmanship is harder to enchant, but the enchantments are much more powerful. If you perhaps have 10 gold pieces, you can spare the components.
What would this enchantment do?
Well, it simply helps it to hit harder, I guess, is the best way of saying it. So, in mechanical senses, any ones will be rerolled on the damage meter.
Oh, I'm pretty good at rolling ones.
On the damage, yeah, not on the attack.
Yeah.
That's 10
That
gold
is
pieces
almost
now, so
all
it's
my
up to you.
money.
Yeah, I mean, you can always come back, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down, but I think I'll come back for that.
If Sonia needs some gold, I'll happily give her some of mine.
I would also.
Oh,
I'd like to contribute if I could watch it happen.
As you mentioned that, he looks over at you and... Do you enchant yourself?
I do a little. I'm not well experienced.
Any of your work? Do I assume that you've written in with Oma? Or like Oma's with you? Like you haven't left Oma outside, have you? Would you leave Oma outside where he could be taken? He could be like walked off
no,
with
Oma,
everywhere.
no, my pride and joy is with me.
Yeah. So if you sort of embarrassedly, I guess, sort of just motion towards it, he will just look at it and go, well, that's fascinating. That's not one enchantment. That's hundreds of littler enchantments. That must have taken you a lot of work.
Yeah, but about a year and a half.
True piece of dedication and craftsmanship. I will gladly show you this process, though. The piece of material used is the expensive part of the procedure, and with that, he will. You guys can work out how much gold you're each giving Sonia.
Okay, yeah, Sonia, how much do you need?
No, she has it, but it's all her money. I just didn't want to give
all of it, but I'll put in
Then I'll give her 5 gold.
Oh.
I'll give.
It's all the gold I've got left, so yeah, I'll just hand her 5 gold.
I'll give you there 5.
Generous.
And he shows you 5 small silver seeds. These are called moon seeds. They only fall from the sky on certain times of the year. And he will pull these out of his robe and he'll place them upon the hammer. And he gets out a different scroll. And Sonia, you can have a little look at this scroll as it's written in Dwarvish. And Corin, he has a literal translation which he will write out for you. So he'll write out the phonetic version of it before then reading out the Dwarvish scroll. And he sort of repeats this. It's almost like a ditty. It's a bit of a brogue, but it's all about smacking monsters and landing the final blow. And eventually, this sort of the hammer begins to glow a little on its own, not in a sort of shedding a light way, but it's like it's got a little bit of a shine coming from within it, as these moon seeds have taken on as the head of the hammer has taken on sort of an element of these moon seeds. And he sort of lightly taps it upon the wooden table, which immediately breaks. That seems to be working. With a negligent gesture of his hand, he fixes the table back up again. And he hands you over the hammer. The hammer's quite difficult for him to lift, so he says, fine piece of work. I do enjoy
I lift it easily.
Craftsmanship. Yes.
With my huge dwarven arms.
Yeah. But he looks to Corin, and if you ever get some time and when you want to drop by, I'm more than happy to show you some of the work I do.
I would gladly take you up on that offer.
As long as you let me inspect the cat at some time. He sort of looks at it fascinatedly. At this point, Kelaan is standing a little by the door and realizes that you are running out of time if you wish to get to the circus. Does anybody want anything else enchanted before we leave?
I probably do.
Yes, what would you like?
How much is the light one, please?
Your light, what is it you're trying to enchant?
I guess my quarter staff?
He sort of looks at it and... I can do that, but that staff will only hold one enchantment. And it is destined for something far more powerful than a little bit of light. Perhaps, and then he takes out a simple... it's like a leather thong, and on the end of it is a simple leaf in wood. Perhaps a piece I've already made, if light is all you're looking for. It is quite literally an amulet of light. And he says, it's about six silver pieces, if you'd like it.
Yeah. No, it's very pretty. I love leaves.
I'm gonna look at the party
He
at this
does love
point,
leaves.
and I'm gonna look at them and I'm gonna say, "You guys are spending so much money on light." As 4 torch lights appear in my hand, and I spread them out all around me, and I just go, "It seems like a waste of money," and then I make them disappear.
And Kelaan, what happens when you get dropped again and those lights go out?
And not only that,
Well,
but
don't let me drop.
dancing lights is not as bright as light. Yeah.
It's torch-sized lights.
Yeah, sized. But I believe they shed light in a 15-foot radius as opposed to a 30.
It's 10, yeah.
10, yeah. So 30 foot of bright light is a hell of a lot brighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can always move it ahead of you, like within 10. Yeah, makes sense.
Whereas the
Like
amulet will only glow at the light, but obviously Dane, unable to see in the dark, will be quite glad for that. If he's caught in the darkness. Anyway, well, it's been a pleasure, but I shan't take more of your time. Your companion seems in a hurry.
I wanted to go to the Mage Guild.
Yeah. You should do that. What do you want from there?
No, so I figure.
I'm just trying to work out this is something we should roleplay, not because I'm trying to fit something in. What is it you'd like from the Mages Guild?
I wanted to stop by and have them inspect the very wizardly looking hat that I had gotten and just take a look at it, as well as to see if they had any new books that would be of interest to me.
So yeah, the wizard's hat, they will just quite simply repeat to you what it says on the sheet of paper, on the D&D Beyond sheet.
Yeah, I just, didn't want to...
Yeah, nope, but they will explain that and its uses. They're interested, but it's a cheap trinket, and it's also frowned upon a little bit in that a lot of mages should have that capability anyway. Like, who needs an item to make that happen? But they don't say that as much as imply it. And then they will look for a few books for you. I wonder what school of magic you are interested in a book for.
Evocation is always of intrigue to me, but anything would be interesting if you find it interesting.
Okay. Yeah, they will give you, first of all, a book of evocation, and secondly, a book of the history of great evocation wizards. And with that, you've got some light reading for the road. Are we headed to meet those jonglers in the Jonglers Guild?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. As you walk in, you see that there is a large group amassed, ready for a trip on the road. Let me just set the music up, and I shall tell you all about... Oh, not Skippo. Never want to do a Skippo. So, as you arrive in, you see standing at the very head of the group a tall human, almost 7 foot in height, very thin, pencil thin. He has a little handlebar moustache, and he has a long cape down his back of dark blue with silver stars. This, you would assume, is the circus owner, Vanek Breathane. And at the moment, he is currently waving his hand and raising boxes and putting them onto a cart just outside of the Jonglers Guild. Standing at his side is a woman with a long, thin, winding beard. You can see she's got really dark eyes and lightly bronzed skin. She looks like she comes from the desert lands to the west. You also notice a few others passing by. There is a gentleman who is walking on his hands, carrying his case upon his feet. There is a pair of twins, both with sort of scales of a snake on their bare chest, as they wear tight, what look like snake leather pants. Both of them are very thin and very muscular, and appear that their joints are not quite in the right places. They're very angular in the way that they appear. A small dwarf sort of squats out. He's only sort of 3.5 to 4 feet, but he is immensely wide, as he has a huge belly. And he's walking next to a sort of a black-skinned gentleman with elvish ears, who sort of looks around. He's not a drow. He is just a black man, and has elvish ears. He's a half-elf. And he sort of moves across. You hear him talking in this deep, very husky voice to the dwarf. A tiny, tiny gnome sort of pops out the side, and he appears to be floating or walking a foot above the ground. You're not quite sure what's going on there.
Seeing that gnome do that, I'm gonna lean over to Kelaan and I'm just gonna whisper in his ear, "Can you do that?"
No.
Didn't think so.
I don't want to do that.
And finally, you see two well-built humans flanking a very cunning-looking man with long black hair. And he has one eye appears to be completely white. He has a large sort of scar down the side of his face, and a crooked nose that is hooked. And it is him that looks at you. And can I help you?
Greetings. We are the Nameless 11. We're here to guard your entourage.
He looks at you. Even two bellies over there would work out that there's not 11 of you.
Are you counting the wolf and the cat?
Yeah, and the kid.
We're currently recruiting if you'd like to join.
No.
He looks at you.
We're
Jabber's
on our way up.
Fleck. I think you must be the mercenary group that's escorting us, right?
Yes, that's
We're
us.
hoping for no trouble on
We-
trouble on the road. You'll have to speak to Yelk before anything else. And this completely albino, bald, white, as pale as the day, skinned man comes over. He's approximately 5 foot in height, but even his eyes are milky white. His lips have no depth to them at all. He is just incredibly pale of skin. And as he gets close enough, you realize that there is some wispy white hair on his head, but it is but that wispy and thin. He looks almost like a boy, as opposed to a man. And one by one, he will approach you. First of all, he comes to Sonia, and you hear a booming, beautiful, melodic voice in your head. Tell me, will you treat us fair?
Always.
And for what purpose do you seek to join with the circus?
We seek to protect those who need protecting.
Excellent. He moves on to Nico. And again, you'll hear his melodic voice in your mind. Adventurer, why do you seek to guard the circus?
To protect those that need protection.
Yeah, did I say that out loud, or was it? Oh, this was a
But,
telepathic.
Yes, he
But
can.
Nico could have heard it.
Yeah, well, regardless, Nico repeats the same sentence. And are you a kind man?
The kindest.
He approaches Corin. little one, do you think you're capable of defending us?
Pretty capable, yeah.
And are you a gentle soul?
I try to be.
I think that's honest enough. Good. He moves on to Dane. Would you describe yourself as a good person?
Yes, I try to be, yeah. I think I am.
And why do you seek to join with the circus?
Well, you know, I really liked your show, and so that's pretty exciting. My friends want to be adventurers, and this seems like, it'll be a great way to, kind of get started. And I like, you people seem very accepting. I haven't had a lot of that before. I thought, it could be a nice change of pace, maybe less pitchforks.
He sort of says back to you, oh, talkative type. He looks over to Maya. Are you a good person?
I sure wish so.
Are you capable of defending us?
Would you even have to ask? Of course.
Confident. He looks at Kelaan. Why do you seek to join with the circus?
Means to an end. We're trying to get to the next city.
You'll be the one that lets us die before you die yourself.
I believe in the ability to protect yourself. While we are hired to protect you, that will be my duty as I am getting paid.
Very well. He turns to the gentleman in the long cape. And the gentleman in the long cape comes over and... Well, Yelkir says you're trustworthy. Most of you, at least. I hope that while you're with us, you will take note of our culture as well. We treat each other fairly. Everybody's an equal within the circus. Nobody eats more or less. Nobody gets more or less of the pay. And nobody does more or less of the work. You won't only be expected to keep us safe, but at night you'll be expected to help with the cooking, the cleaning, setting up camp, and the same in the following day. Is that going to be a problem for anyone?
Oh, sir.
No.
He makes a bow. Then welcome. Welcome to Madame Circuses' circus. And may you feel truly at home. Now come. An adventure is before us, is it not? I hope you know how to ride. Let's get ourselves out of town. And as he gestures, you hear the click of his hand, the cart that has lots of boxes on it, and behind that is a sort of wagon, and a deep-bedded wagon, which is sort of ground height, begin to move on their own. As following behind, you see Jekko walking on his hands. You see the huge, wide dwarf walking next to the very pale man, the tiny little gnome scurrying along in thin air, the shady-looking fellow with the hooked nose flanked by his two large henchmen, the twins, snakeskin alike, walking along, and the black man with the elven ears bringing up the rear, gently conjuring flames with his hand and letting them go again. They all look at you and they seem quite welcoming as they walk you to the edge of town. And as at this moment, Madame Circuses will come and speak separately to Nico. Nico, correct?
Yes, madam. And he'll take a bow and flick his lit cigarette.
Your mother speaks most finely of you and your friends. Well, I do hope you can live up to your reputation. As she's talking, her beard extends outwards and begins to twine up either side of her ears, and then moves behind her. And it pulls out two daggers. The beard twirls these two daggers around either side of her, before sheathing them again, and returning to be this long, wispy, thin beard. She looks at you and... Yelk made it quite clear that You were to be trusted. As were most of your friends. Have you been friends with them long?
Yes, for a very long time.
Yes, I don't know who that is, but I think Josh has just made it clear that I should know who it is.
Oh, the person who I put in the chat is Sindel.
Okay. I have heard of neither of these people, I'm afraid.
I said Bayonetta.
Yeah, if anybody's read the Darren Shan books, that's where the reference is from. Madame Truska. Anyway, she sort of looks over at you all and then looks back to Nico. Have you been... I think I asked you this question and didn't listen to the answer, so I'm going to ask you again. Have you been traveling with these friends long?
Well, I've known them all a very long time.
Good. You know, I once owed your mother a very great favor. She got us out of a tight spot once. Took the blame on herself for a mishap, politically. She's a good woman. I hope that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I think you'll enjoy your stay with us. The trip to Draenor is a pleasant one, though a short one. Though, perhaps travelling further might be of interest. I will tell you that I won't risk my people. If combat comes to us on the road, they will do their best to keep themselves safe, and trust you to do the fighting. Is that okay?
That's what we're here for.
It is.
Forgive my brashness. Was there a reason you asked about my friends?
We're a family here. And these friends seem, in a similar way, family to you. I wanted to make sure the bond was genuine. And built up over time.
It is to me.
Good. Well, I'll take the word of your mother over the word of many. And hope that we're a good fit. She sort of hesitates for a moment. Yelk sees a lot. Though he might not seem it. He's a gentle boy, but he sees the darkness in people's minds. Some of your friends were eager to help and please. Some hid some darker sides. I don't know if you're aware of them, and perhaps we all conceal a darker side within us that we do our best not to show to the world. I merely hope that they choose to keep that side to themselves as we travel. Like I said, this is my family.
Is the group still in my eyesight?
Yeah, they're not far away from you. All of you are traveling in a long train down the road. She's just doing her best to speak quietly enough that nobody else can hear you.
Sure. Well, I'll look to everyone, and then look back to her. I know we all have our inner demons, but I know that when it matters, they'll do the right thing.
And that is all we can ask of anyone. Come. You'll like this bit. And as you reach the city gates... sorry, just turn back to this. As you reach the city gates, the gates swing open for the maestro. And he gestures with his hand. And magnificent flaming steeds. Many of them. A flock of them, in fact. White with blue flames upon their backs. Stand at the ready. The first thing that will happen, Dane, you notice that Night Eyes really shies to the side and makes a strange whining sound in the back of his throat. He looks at you.
Everything okay?
They don't smell. Scentless. Scentless, like the boy.
It's okay, Night Eyes. These people, they seem to be trustworthy. At least that was Nico's mother. For this, I'll keep an eye out, okay? But be calm. I think it's fine. I'll try to calm Night Eyes.
I don't trust anything that doesn't smell. Just for your reference, the boy he refers to is Yelp.
Yeah, the demon.
Demon? No, Yelp, the white albino boy who read your minds. He tells you that he has no scent. He finds that most disconcerting. nevertheless, the rest of you, you're more than welcome to take a mount each as they are passed around. These mounts will do exactly as you command. And they ride swiftly and do not tire, though they are only available for 12 hours a day. Kelaan, you may give me an arc... no, start with a perception check. See if you can see this.
16.
Yeah. You notice that the maestro is holding a strange figurine, which appears to be sort of 3 horses rising out of the base of a plinth. You would gather that he's used this item to summon these mounts, and that this is not a magic replicable without that magic, without that statuette. Even the greatest of conjurers would struggle to control a large number of mounts for a whole day. Also, Tom, your microphone is doing feedback noise. It's lovely and pleasant. Thank you. Yeah, as you get out the city gates, some of the circus dwellers use these mounts. The gentleman who's walking on his hands appears uninterested. He may walk on his hands at the same speed of a horse. You'll have to see that. The dwarf is far too large width-ways for one of these mounts, and instead this sort of hellish black boar sort of snuffles into existence as he strokes this black figurine. Little flames come out of its hoofs as it sort of snorts, and quite frankly, that's its name. So he goes, "Hi, snort! Come on then, we got riding to do." And he jumps onto it, and this sort of, you see the pig just sort of sink a little bit into the ground. And then it struggles back up to its full height, and it begins to walk with the fat dwarf on its back. The 2 snake twins share a horse. Is everybody apart from Corin going to be riding one of these? Oh, one quick thing. Sonia, we would assume that the cart was placed, was looked after at the forge. It wouldn't be wise to bring the cart with you on the road.
Yeah. Then I will also take a mount.
You may bring, if you wish, your pony and ride that. Just
okay.
leave the
I'll bring
cart
Bucky.
behind. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. What? Remind me of her name. His name. Her name?
Bucky.
Lucky.
Bucky.
Oh, Bucky. Yes, yes, I do remember. Thank you. I'm back to the first page of notes. This is where I wrote the circus down, so I'm nowhere near our regular notes. As you ride, sorry, did anybody want to not mount?
Oh, I will not mount. I'll be next to Naira trying to calm him down. He doesn't seem to be like the horse, so I'll be by his side.
When it comes to traveling on the road, have you a way of traveling at horse speed, or will you mount when it comes to it?
I can turn into a horse.
Yeah, that's what I was
For
wondering.
A little bit.
Or perhaps into a wolf? And run with Night Eyes? Yeah.
Tier 1?
I will say that I am happy with druids, that if you are using it out of combat for fun and for the purpose of running with the wolves, one wild shape will last you the day. Obviously, if you transform back into a human, you will then need to use another wild shape to get back into wolf, but I won't make it last only an hour. You can take the whole day as wolf. So as you guys see Dane turn into a wolf, the mount next to Dane immediately disappears. As you can see sort of the maestro looking over and seeing who's going to ride and who's not. I'm assuming that Corin is riding Oma.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Ooh, we lost someone? You good?
He just said BRB.
Yeah, cool. I just saw that in the chat. Cool. So yeah, as you begin to ride out, Corin, coming to ride next to you, is a black gentleman with elvish ears. And he looks over at you. You ride well for a halfling.
Thank you.
Why did you secure such an unusual mount?
Well, I made them.
You
myself.
made it. Them made them. Wow. Most incredible. The enchantment as well?
Yeah.
Such magics. do not have any sort of magics like that to call to my own, although the white flames on the horses is my touch. Flame is my friend. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Armando Devanche. Might I take yours?
My name is Corin Swiftdancer.
A pleasure. I look forward to the ride together.
As do I.
At this moment, we'll flick over to Kelaan. As a hook-nosed gentleman with the black hair and a blind eye comes riding next to you. His henchmen hold a little back. There's two well-built men. He looks at you. Well. You managed to get past Yelk. Were you surprised?
No. I feel like if I'm here for a job, then I'm here for a job, aren't I?
We hold no secrets. The circus are a family. And friends. Though I see that you have a similar bond with your own friends. I hope that in time you will see us as more than a job. I might appear a little rough around the edges. I was a thief when they picked me up. But they teach well. Good values. Warm values. Just completely out of context, Josh, if you're going to be doing whatever you're doing, could you turn your background off? You keep, like, literally disappearing. Yeah, just bits of you are just vanishing. It's very disconcerting. And he sort of looks over to you and, I hope you'll learn our values. What was your name?
Kelaan.
I'm Javas Fleck. It took me a long time to adhere to the values of these people. But I trust nobody more than them. And though in a fight, we will mostly keep to ourselves. If they believe that you are in danger of losing your lives, they would stand over you with their own, even though they don't know you. Trust like that should be earned, but it isn't here. It's given. You do well to respect that.
I would do any of that for my friends.
Good. And he sort of sinks backwards a little bit. The journey passes without much worry for a while. However, yes, go on?
I wanted to make a very important thing. As having watched this man juggle fire, I'm going to bring my mount up next to my good friend Nico as I summon flames in my hands and I start juggling them.
What are you using to do this?
I am doing both conjure flame and control flames.
Right, okay. Yeah, you can do this to a lesser extent. But I think yours will be a little smaller and less glamorous.
Yeah.
He perhaps finds it easier to have flame manifested than not. I think is the best way of explaining that. But yeah,
I was just showing him.
As you ride up next to Nico, yeah, no, that's fine. As you ride up next to Nico, I'll leave the two of you to it. What's the response?
I'll just look at him.
You asked. I visualized it for a couple hours. I just wanted to show you that I could do it.
Interesting. I can't wait to see the next thing I challenge you with and how long that will take.
Well, I'm always intrigued by knowledge and my capabilities, so if you have something, always share it with me.
Okay, how about you make you disappear?
As you say
I can't
this,
do that.
the two snake twins on the back of the horse come over and they speak. It's very disconcerting and there's no way I can do it, but some words come out of one, then some words come out of the other, and they sort of alternate between who's speaking during sentences, occasionally joining in unison. You argue like brothers, like twins, like brothers, twins. That banter between the friends, like you've been friends for many years. Family, is it?
Well, a man who's been wanting to trip me since the day I met him is a man that I call my friend.
Oh, very good. those that you can trust to tell you how it is, those you can trust to have your back. Though, of course, sometimes it's nice when you can have your own back. And with this, he sort of twists his head so that it's completely 180 degrees, and then moves his hands and begins, pointing them out the opposite direction. And he does this sort of impression of walking backwards whilst on the horse. And then he sort of flips everything back forwards. And... Well, we're Civ and Caesar. Caesar and Civ. At your service.
Nice to meet you. I hope one day Kelaan can cover his own back.
And as they sort of ride past, Caesar his head just follows you, even though they keep moving past you, until it's twisted completely 180 degrees.
Hey, Kelaan, can you do that?
You've stumped me with something I don't think I'll ever actually want to do. Nico.
It's your inquisitive nature.
I have inquisitive nature, but I can't bend my body like that.
And I'm sure there was one day you didn't think you could juggle fire.
You're absolutely correct, and maybe I can make myself disappear eventually, but I'm not going to do that. That looks uncomfortable.
As you're having this conversation, Kelaan, I'm going to interrupt you there because what Nico is seeing is your head turning until it's completely backwards. Nico, as you look over Kelaan's shoulder, you see that the gnome who was before walking above the ground is in the process of casting, and he looks over at you and gives you a wink as he is manifesting an image of Kelaan's head on backwards.
I don't know, Kelaan. There may still be hope.
He sort of gives a little wave over to you and... Nimprango! At your service!
Nice to meet you.
And you too. I understand you're one of the magical types, no? And he's looking at Kelaan.
Yeah, I dabble.
Good. Always like sharing a spell or two with a fellow wizard.
Who doesn't? I'm sure I don't have very much of interest to you, but I'm always intrigued.
I quite doubt that. Every wizard's interesting in his own way. Besides, perhaps I can teach you something. And with this ensues a long conversation in which he will ask you if you will teach him the ways of Tiny Desk. And in return, he will offer you a spell if you so wish it.
I'll show him as I put my fingers together and expand as the desk shows out, and I'll show him how it's done, and then I'll show him that when you double tap it, it starts floating, and I'll show him all of the different types of things that you can do with that spell.
And he will teach you Silent Image. Part of his major ability as an illusionist. However, you will see that he also has the ability to make these illusions solid for a time. He does explain that seems to be unique to him, or at least as far as he's found out. And not to worry that you can't replicate that element of the spell. As all this is going on, Madame Sarusa rides towards the back, and she pulls up alongside Mai. I hope you don't mind me asking, but I heard tale that you're a bard.
Yeah, I am. Or trying to be, I guess.
Beautiful. Music is magic beyond any of those that we can manifest.
It's in my soul.
Beautiful. I wonder if perhaps you might do us the honor of playing as we ride, if that is something you can manage.
I don't think it'd be too hard.
Beautiful.
Right?
And what instrument would Mai sort of turn to immediately in this situation?
In this current situation, she would probably just grab her lyre and try to...
Lyre?
Yes, her lyre.
Like a little harp.
Or is its pants on fire?
No. A lyre is it's like a sort of it's like a U-shaped harp.
A lyre?
No, it's a lyre. She's right.
It's pronounced lyre.
Yeah.
I thought it was a lyre.
Yeah, well,
Wow,
you're
I've been
wrong.
wrong for all my life.
As you begin to play, a couple of them start singing, encouraging you to keep playing along as they begin to sing this sort of ditty. about traveling on to the big city, and the tricks they love to play, and how mischief makes the day go fast. And as they say this, you see that Jekko, the guy who was walking on his hands, does a flip over the back of Corin and Omar.
God.
And sort of landing in front and then walking backwards on his hands away from you at horse pace. The huge dwarf sort of swivels side to side. He takes out what appears to be a sort of rock of some sort from his pouch and begins breaking off pieces and shoving it into his gullet. As Java's Fleck begins juggling knives and throwing them at the snake twins. The snake twins begin making shapes with their body as they contort from side to side to leave gaps for the knives to pass through. Madame Sarusa is playing a fiddle with her beard, as a few of the others are singing along. Armando Devanche is juggling his flames as he sings with you. And the illusionist is making the images of sheep moving on either side of the road. And then, all of a sudden, there is a snap of the trees to your right as a huge beast charges towards the group.
Oh no.
I will ask you all to roll initiative.
Oh,
Fuck.
Oh, alright.
I love the circus. I knew the circus would be cool. I knew it.
you were right.
Yeah.
We
My
did too much
entire
weird
life
shit.
I've been mispronouncing that. That is insane.
And now the monster's coming.
Mind blown.
Mind is fucking massively blown. I always thought it was a leer.
It's not a leer, it's a liar.
That's new to me. I guess it's just like me.
Okay. As you walk down the, as you guys are sort of maneuvering down this path and this crack comes from the trees, you see immediately all the strange play stops. And huddling behind the three carts is the whole group. Java's Fleck sort of stands at the ready, a little bit to the side, ready to throw a dagger or two. But other than that, I will tell you, you guys are on your own. Corin, can I take your initiative, please?
Yeah, I rolled a 16 on the die. So plus my intelligence is 4, so that's 20. Plus he used the boots, so 26.
Okay.
I think you might be going first, so. Okay. So what you guys see is this huge beast. It is definitely not alive. You notice that bits of its skin are hanging off its bones. Deep blue flames of eyes. It stands about 12 foot tall, but it moves on 4 legs. And walking behind it are 2 mages, priests? You're not sure, but they're dressed in sort of priests or mages robes. And they appear to be trying to usher it towards you all. And
Giant undead. Thank God I got that enchantment.
there's a reason
Man,
I
can
offered.
recast Mage Armor?
No, you would have casted Mage Armor this morning. Roll me a
D4,
D4.
Right.
And add
3.
4. 7.
7.
Sorry, add 3. 6. You're on
6.
3 still. That's only your... Yeah, we're only on level 3, aren't we? Cool. Other than that, though, I will give Dane the option of being in Wolf or not in Wolf.
Yeah, I think that as soon as he heard the rumbling, he would have gone back to human
Yeah,
with
I
the
thought
quarter
so.
stuff ready.
Okay,
Thank you.
cool.
Yeah.
But other than that, fighting will begin as you are. Corin, you are up first. The big beast is 35 feet away from you.
35.
Yeah, and everything else is sort of... You do, at the moment, only see E2 and E3, okay? And E1, obviously. Although metagame-wise, you know they're there. Wait, am I missing an enemy? 2, 4, 5, 6... No, I'm not. Okay, what would you like to do?
I'm actually gonna move over to Sonya.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna take out this little pin, and it's gonna, and it starts to glow a bit. I'm gonna pin on her. I'm going to give her heroism.
Nice.
Oh, thank you.
Sonia, don't forget that is 4 temp HP at the beginning of your turn.
Okay.
And aid is not temp HP. Aid is increased to max HP, so it won't override it. What's besides it? Okay, Corin, you've still got... I don't know the movement speed of Oma, sorry.
Oma's movement is 40.
Right, okay, you still got 15 feet of movement speed if you wish. What would you like to do with your bonus action? Heroism's an action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any bonus action? Any movement?
I'm gonna move more like dead center in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. About there. And yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay, cool. At this point, we see 2 black-robed men come out of the bushes to the... I've got too many things open. To the north. And they have these strange sort of silver-plated masks on. And unfortunately, they will go now. Let me just make sure I'm rolling to everyone. Okay. Oh, apologies. Before that will be E2 and E3. These 2 men are sort of wearing red robes, and they have swords at their hip. As well as sort of strange, unusual things on their back. I don't know how to explain it, but you'll find out in a minute. As they pull one of these strange things up and they begin to swirl it like a lasso, and then they let it rip. The first one will go towards Corin. I roll this up. It's a nat 20, I'm afraid.
He's immune to crits.
Yeah, is he?
His adamantium
that
armor.
is 10 piercing damage. And the second one, I'm afraid, will also go towards you. These are like a black leather whip that, as they let go, it sort of is letting out a crack of black flame at you. It is, however, doing piercing damage. And that's a 19. My god, these dice are good. Yeah?
I will reaction shield.
Okay, cool. That is those 2 over and done with. Now you see these sort of strange red-robed creatures, again with these silver masks and these scepters at their side. And they will manifest a dark trident. The first one will manifest next to Sonia. And the second one will manifest next to whoever that is. Kelaan. That is a 18 to hit Sonia.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, sorry, that's a 17 to hit Sonia.
Still hits.
Okay, cool. And that is a D8 plus 1. So, 6 damage. It's 6 force damage. Kelaan. It's plus 3, so it's 1 less. It's a 13 to hit you.
That is exact.
Oh dear, what a shame. I ignore my roll.
I'll take the 6. if
You
want me
sure?
to.
Yeah. That is a 9 force damage.
I'll
Krellin is
use
looking almost dead.
I'll use my reaction to do my instant ward to reduce Keralin's damage.
Okay.
So it's 1d4 plus spell casting. Bad. I'm so good at rolling ones. Well, it's reduced by 3.
Yeah, that's
So
still helpful.
6 damage.
Yep.
Krellin looks less close to death.
You're not dead. It wasn't even half your health. Or
It was.
It's exactly
was.
half.
It
your health.
was before.
Okay. Corin, I need a dex save, and Dane, I need a dex save, please. Mai, I need a dex save, and Corin. Corin, that's a success. Mai, your dex save.
Unnatural 20?
Oh, well, that'll work. Okay, so yeah, a small sort of pillar of necrotic flame falls above your head, but each of you are able to dodge out of the way of it. You guys rolled really shitty initiative. That's what I've got here. As finally we have our little friend E6 over here. He appears to also be sort of in these cultist robes of dark red with this silver mask, but he twirls a wand in his hand, and he will look to Nico, and he will let's decide. Yeah. 3 small pellets of light will soak into you. That is 8 plus 3. 11 force damage. So he casts magic missiles on you. Well, the good thing about the fact that you will roll trash initiative is that you will go now. Kelaan, you're up.
The one with the wand.
Yep,
I'm going to summon 3 bolts of fire in my hand, and I will shoot them individually at him. That's a 22 to hit.
Yep.
For 9 damage.
Oh my good god. Yep, okay, he's wounded.
10 to hit.
That'll miss.
And a 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is 7 damage.
Okay, he looks very wounded. Any bonus action and any movement speed?
Movement speed will kill me.
For reference, the card is here, and a spiritual weapon can't take an opportunity attack.
Oh, very well. I'm gonna go hide behind my party.
Okay, yeah. No, I wouldn't make an attack of opportunity with a spiritual weapon. I don't think it can.
Yeah, and that'll conclude my turn.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I had to respond to that. It was relevant for now. Sonia, you're up.
Okay.
I'm gonna need something. Bear with me a second.
Okay. 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go to E2 and...
Yep, just bear with me a second.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you're casting it this turn, but that's going to be necessary at some point.
My spiritual weapon?
Yeah.
I absolutely am.
That's what I went to get. Okay, cool. Go ahead. Take your turn. Where are you going? Sorry.
I'm going up to E2 to smack it
5,
with my
10,
warhammer.
15, 20, 25?
That's as far as I can go,
yeah.
yep.
Also, perfect. Okay. This is one of the folks with the scimitars at its side.
Okay.
And the strange black whips. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Oh, what a waste. Yeah, go ahead. Roll damage.
No, don't bring down my 20.
Yeah, that's really, really depressing for you.
Aww.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think the crit is... No, he would have killed him without the crit. Yeah, okay, he's dead. As you just sort of swing your hammer down, that new silvery craftsmanship is pretty good. You strike him in the center of the forehead, and he just explodes into a mess of blood and brains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was excited to use my warhammer. Then I will spiritual weapon at
yep.
one of the ones in the back. Whichever. E4 was casting spells?
E4, E5, and E6 have all cast spells. E4 and 5 have cast spiritual weapons. E6 has cast magic missiles.
Yeah, I want to go for E4.
E4, lovely. Okay, roll to hit.
And so that's the same as like a D20. It's like a regular hit.
It's your spell attack.
Oh, okay. So plus 4.
It should have it on the spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. I see it now.
Yeah.
So it's 12 to hit.
I'm afraid that will miss.
Wow, wow.
How does your spiritual weapon look?
Ugh. I mean, it probably looks like a hammer also.
It's another forge hammer, yeah?
That's my brand.
Just bigger. And slightly more deadly
bigger.
and probably black. Right.
It's black and flaming.
Beautiful.
But it's not doing fire damage.
But unfortunately, it's also missing. Maya, you're up.
Tragic. Muted.
Right, thank you. Can I ask what the W is now again?
That's Sonia's spiritual weapon.
Alright, I'm sorry, Sonia, but I'm gonna place Shatter in between E6, E4, and E5 so it hits all of them.
Yeah, that won't hit. Spiritual weapon doesn't take damage.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, cool.
It's because it's wielded. That's right.
3 con saves. 1. That's a 19. That's a 10. And E6, E6, E6. That's an 8. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, so 2 of them will take 15 damage, and then
E6 is dead.
and then the other one will take 7.5. So
Yeah,
7,
8.
I guess.
7, yeah, we
Okay.
rolled down. Everything rolls down.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. By the way, 1 is the cart for anybody who needed to know that. Any bonus action? Any inspiration?
I guess I'll inspire. You know, I'll inspire Corin. Why not?
Yeah, okay. Out front, he may well need that. Your bardic inspiration dice is still a d6, right? What level are you guys? Level 3, right?
3.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a d6. I believe it says it in features. Yeah, d6.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Any movement, Mai? Are you staying where you are or moving away anyway?
I'll move off to Corin since I'm giving him inspiration.
Yep. Okay. And Nico, you're up.
Okay. God, I'm far away.
35 feet
I
away,
will.
I'm afraid, from the nearest enemy.
Yeah, so I'll walk.
Sorry, I'll correct
stand-
that. You can get to E6 if you want to hit something with melee.
E6 is dead.
Oh, E6 is dead. Yeah, good shout. E6 is dead. You can't get to
Yeah, so
anyone.
I'll just walk up to. So I'm stood to the left of Sonia. I think that's most of my movement speed, anyways.
Yep.
And then that's in front of Sonia, but okay.
You can't get in front of Sonia. You can only get to the side of her.
No, but no, as in like. Oh, because you mean like Sonia's facing that way. I was looking
Sonia's
at it like
facing to the right. Yeah, no. You can go either side of her to be with her.
Oh, not that it fucking matters, anyways.
Okay. Well, which side do you want to be? Do you want to be nearer the big dude?
Sure.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Yes, I think that's a really
Please.
good answer, Sonia. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I will. I'll unclip my boomerang from my hip, and I'll launch it over at E4.
Okay.
And I'm gonna sharpshoot at that.
Yep.
Which is a nat 20 for a 20. Wait, it's a nat 20 for a 17.
And that 20 never misses.
Okay.
E4 you threw at, yeah?
What?
Is that E4 you threw at?
Yes.
Okay. So double the damage on the dice and then only add 1 instance of the 10, obviously. So if you right-click on your boomerang and roll it as crit damage,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do, but I didn't know.
and then
if
just
that
add a flat 10. Oh, you've got sharpshoot boomerang. Yeah, that's fine. That's the exact damage.
Yeah.
There you go. See?
Okay, yeah. So that's wow. That's full damage. That's 18 damage.
Nice. And that is exactly how much HP he had. Sharpshooter indeed. E4 is dead. Any bonus action, sir?
Sure, I guess I'll rage.
Okay, there is a 12-foot demonic
but
undead beast in
my
your face.
aura isn't gonna hit anyone.
I mean, it is going to hit E1, so if you'd like to roll
Yeah.
damage, yeah, you're 10 foot away. That's the range.
oh,
isn't
okay,
it?
sure.
Yeah.
I will rage.
Okay, it's an attempt to make a dex save with its -2. That is a -1.
Okay, great. So like lightning like sparks in his eyes and then like magnifies like the area around him. I'm sure that doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't, but can I have some damage?
Not really.
Do you mean electrifies the area around him?
Sure.
You don't mean it zooms in, do you?
I will. One day I will play in a campaign and be Magneto, but that is not
That
today.
still wouldn't zoom in. Magnifying is zooming
No.
Magnetized?
Oh,
in. Magnetize, that's the word.
Oh, fuck off.
Give me the damage.
That's 3 lightning damage.
Fantastic. Is he immune to that? No. Okay, great. Does that conclude your turn?
Yes.
Okay. And this zombie will amble up towards you both. Okay, that is a 10 to hit Sonia.
No.
A 16 to hit Sonia.
Yes.
That's 16 bludgeoning damage.
Zooey, mama.
A 12 to hit Nico.
Miss.
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 And an 11 to hit you.
I'll also miss.
Oh, you guys got off real lucky there.
Really lucky because my AC is 13.
Dane, you're up.
Oh, that is my turn. Okay, cool. I know what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
First, I was gonna do something. I did have a plan, but then this guy moved before me, so that's why I'm scrambling a little. But okay, I got it. I know what I'm gonna do now. And let me just... This Ifri exactly, I mean, I don't know if it's me, but I see it with like Ifri like in the middle of the grid, so I don't know in what square she like...
I'm sorry, Tom. I didn't understand a word of that, if I'm really honest. I just heard a lot of noise.
Okay.
Can you run that by me again?
Where is E3? He seems to be like in the middle of the grid.
Oh, yeah,
so I
yeah.
don't know.
Let me just fix that. He's not quite where he should be. He's behind the tree, basically. Like, he's under...
Okay, so...
He's not behind the tree, like, he's... The tree is this side of him. I don't know how to explain that. He should be behind the image of the tree, but he's perfectly visible to you.
Okay. I'll do my classic. I'll extend my arm.
Mm-hmm.
My mushrooms will explode, and my little cloud of spores is gonna go towards them as I cast Wither and Bloom.
Oh, okay. What's the range on that?
60 feet.
60?
I think I'm
Yep.
close enough.
Yep, that's fine. You're more than close enough. You're 40 feet away, 45 away. Yep.
So, yeah, I think...
What's the
okay,
radius?
If
Is that
I...
going to hit 3 and 1?
It has 10, so I think it can hit maybe all 3 of the... 1, 2... What?
No,
5,
there's
10.
25 feet between 5 and 3. I'm afraid.
Oh,
5,
but
10,
if I
15,
do
20,
it in
25.
E1...
Yeah, but there's
Because it's a
25
radius, right? So
feet
if I-
between 5 and 3. So 10 plus 10 is
so
still
then-
only 20, right? So pick. You can hit the priest-looking guy or the guy with the sword.
I'll go for the priest.
Okay, so E1,
So-
E5, and that's a con save, right? Okay. The priest gets a 14.
He passes. What an asshole.
E1 gets a 20.
They both pass, so
Yes.
they take only... We run down, so 7... They take... 3 damage.
3 damage?
Okay.
Okay. That is not who you hit. Let's give him back his health. 3 damage and 3 damage. And what are you doing with the HP? The heat
I'm
of it.
giving it to Sonia.
Oh, thank you.
Sonia was hit, right? Yeah, so
Yeah.
Sonia, you get to...
Like a big hit.
Yeah.
Is that a hit die?
Yeah, it's a hit die heal.
Okay.
Yeah, a hit die plus 4.
Thank you. So.
Okay, well,
9.
Sonia's
Very nice.
9. Good. Okay.
Cool.
And
Any bonus action?
yeah, bonus action, I'll cast Shillelagh
Mm-hmm.
because that's a cantrip. So yep, my stick is gonna get mossy. Then movement, I think I can get to the other side of Sonia.
You've got 30 feet, right?
Yeah, so if I
5,
go like
10,
yeah,
15,
diagonal.
20, 25, 30. Yep.
Oh no, the other way around. I wanted to be in the other side of Sonia, so the diagonal Night Eyes. Then yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
there.
Yeah, got it. There's just a delay there. Okay, cool. And Night Eyes.
Night Eyes. He's gonna. How much more? He has 40 feet.
40 feet.
So,
You can get to E1.
I mean, he can get. Can?
35, 40. He can get to E1 or E5, just not E3.
And he'll go for E5.
Yeah. E5 is also doing that thing where he chills outside of the box that he should be in. But he's there.
And attack. Oh, does 13? Probably misses.
14 will hit.
Cool, and then he takes 7 damage.
Okay, and he gets an 18 on his strength save.
He saves.
Cool. That brings us back to the top of the order. Corin.
Yeah, so me and Omar are going to run down to one spot below E3.
Yep.
I'm gonna take my long sword and boom and blade strike.
Yep.
14 to hit.
That'll hit.
Ooh. For 11.
Ooh, you slice him down with a crackling blow of magic, and from shoulder to hip, you rend him in two. He is dead.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess with the remaining feet of movement, I'll move up to E1 and using a bonus action, Omar will make a rend, force empowered rend attack against it.
Okay. Where's Clarence counter? Yep,
It is a 17 to hit.
that'll hit.
Doing 6 force.
Force damage, yeah. Okay. That's great. Marvelous. Corin, does that conclude your turn?
That concludes my turn.
Okay. Let me just check this. 20 feet. Yep. That is a 7 to hit you.
Oh, that's a hit.
I didn't think so.
Thank God.
And then yeah, I think he's gonna step around. E5 is gonna step around Night Eyes, not out of his range, and then he's going to put his hand to Dane's chest. It just says, "Die."
And Dane dies. The end.
That's 22 to hit.
Yeah.
I mean, we literally watched him do it earlier today.
It's quite scary.
Kid.
Oh no, you're fine. It's 12 necrotic damage. That could have rolled 30. So I was sort of sat there like, oh, this could be the end of you, bye. No, you're all good. In fact, I'm not even sure a 30 knocks you down. But yeah, cool. Okay. That will conclude A3's turn. And stepping out at the back, you see a gentleman that looks a little like someone you've seen before, but not quite the same. As you see a black-haired mage. He has flowing, deep purple robes. And his robes are open, and at the front you see a tattoo across his chest. With chains.
Motherfucker.
An intricate marking across his chest. You know this to be the same markings you saw on our lovely Melisand's son.
We love recurring villains. Let's do it.
And bear with me a
Triple
second.
twin brother, Robert.
My D&D Beyond is frozen. Thank you. Come on, fix your shit. Really sorry. Kelaan, it's your turn.
Has anybody taken damage
Um,
on their team that's
Oh.
alive at this point?
Yes, E5 has been hit quite hard. And E1 has taken 2 hits but doesn't look particularly bothered.
All right. You see me pretty like focused on my hat for a second as I roll a d20.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. So that means I can cast. Yeah. I'm gonna point my finger at him.
Mm-hmm.
As you hear the sound of a bell in the air.
Yep.
He needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Sorry, who are you casting this on?
E5.
Okay. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what you're casting.
Toll of the Dead.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
He hears the chimes of death.
7.
That's what it's described as.
Okay, he fails.
ding.
That is 9 damage.
Okay. He's hurt but not dead. Does that conclude your turn?
And I will move up towards my.
Okay.
I always like to think that Toll of the Dead sounds like a really happy doorbell. It's like,
Okay.
I was thinking more.
At this point, the warlock shall raise his hand and look over to. Where's this spell? We'll look over to Sonia and ask you to make a wisdom save, please.
I will do that. That is 14.
14? I'm
Mhm.
afraid that's a fail. You will take 14 psychic damage. And you will walk directly away with your full movement speed.
Goodbye.
An opportunity.
25 feet. Unfortunately,
Sonia.
the large creature does not get opportunity attacks.
Thank
Oh, that's
God.
fortunately.
Yeah, that's fortunately.
Sad times. Okay, cool. And that is an action, right? Yeah, cool. Sonia, you're up.
Well, am I like frightened?
No.
No, okay.
You just have to run away. Oh, also, that
Uh,
is your reaction, by the way, but that's irrelevant because it's now your turn.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to get in there when I'm low on health right now. So I'm gonna just get closer to Mai and Kelaan.
That's it. Make
And
a nice
the
little
backline
ball
party.
for me. That's
No!
beautiful. Yeah, nice little round circle.
Well.
No.
Yeah, cool. Stand side by side
And-
bravely. Don't worry, the
Yeah.
flames of hell won't kill you all.
Exactly. And then I'm going to use my spiritual weapon to hit the. Wait, am I close enough to move it?
You can move it.
Okay.
There's no
Yeah.
limit on how far you can be from it to move it. It can move 20
Okay.
feet. Who do you want to hit?
The guy who just gave me
The
the
new
business.
warlock? Lovely.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is 18.
That'll hit.
Yay.
Can you break it? No.
Or 7.
Okay. You see sort of his body pulse as a little bit of sort of what looks like ice crystallizes upon his skin as the sword hits. It does damage. Sorry, as the hammer hits. It does damage, but you can see that it's absorbed by this cold armor of his.
Well,
Does that conclude your turn, Sonia?
yes.
Have you used an action?
I mean,
No. Do you want to use an
I
action?
don't
Do
want
you
to
wanna
get.
cast?
I don't want to get close enough to attack.
No, but you can cast a spell.
Kill yourself. Yeah.
Oh, I thought.
Spiritual weapon only counts as a spell on the turn it's cast.
Great. Then I'll healing word myself.
And that's what makes spiritual weapons so incredible. You cannot healing word yourself. That is a bonus action. You can cure wounds
it.
yourself.
I will cure wounds myself.
That's probably a lot
What is
better.
that?
It's double the HP.
D8
Yep.
plus my spell thingy. Whoa, max health.
Nice.
I needed that. Okay.
Yeah. Mai, you're up.
Yeah, okay, I will cast Dissonant Whispers on E1.
On E1. He's incapable of a wisdom save. He will fail. He is, however, not capable of using a reaction, so he will not move. So max damage, but he won't move away.
Fair.
Nice.
I mean, technically, he can make a wisdom save, but he doesn't.
Oh wait, sorry. Quick question. I get 4 HP temp on each of my turns, right?
You do,
From
yes.
heroism.
You do.
At the start.
It doesn't increase. It doesn't stack on itself. It replaces.
Yeah,
So it's just
but
a 4 temp HP.
they
a
got
4
used
temp
up
HP.
last
But
time.
even if it gets knocked down, it just comes back the following turn. Sorry, Mai, your damage?
Okay.
14.
14.
Yep.
Dang,
Jesus.
Mai.
All right. Any bonus action?
Is anyone very wood? No, I can't cast that.
You can't cast that, but you can inspire should you wish.
I'll use my last inspire and inspire Nico.
Nico, nice. That's who goes next. Are you staying where you are?
Yes.
Okay, Nico, you're up.
Sure. What do I do with an inspiration dice?
It gives you an extra d6 to any attack rolls, ability saves, or ability checks. If
As
you
in
wish.
the damage or to hit?
To hit.
Attack rolls.
To hit.
Yeah.
So normally you would roll to hit. If you don't think it's going to hit, you would add the d6.
Okay, can I move round so that my aura encompasses E5 and E1?
You can move so that it will do that next turn, but I'm going to ask the dex save from only E1 for this turn, okay? Does that make sense?
Okay.
Corin, you moved into melee range, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. That's E1 fills up a large amount of space. So, Nico, you will also be flanking at this point. E1's dex save is a 0. I mean, the thing's huge. It's not good at dexterity.
That's another zap of 3 lightning damage.
Okay, cool.
And then I'll unsheath my newly silvered greatsword. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So,
Oh, no, never mind. Corin, you hit with a force-powered rain, didn't you? Not an attack.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, Nico.
That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Great.
If you didn't use your bardic inspiration there, it lasts 10 minutes, so you can keep it for like an ability saving throw, etc.
Okay. And then I'm gonna what's it called?
Damage, please?
Yeah, savage attack. I'm gonna savage attack that damage. See if I get anything higher. And I got fucking 2 net ones. Yeah, so I'll take the 12 damage, please.
Yep. Okay, he's beginning to look a little injured.
Yeah, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. The large zombie-like creature takes each of its club-like hands and slams them down to its sides. This will be 2 attacks at Corin and 2 attacks at Nico.
Okay. One of those attacks will be at disadvantage because Oma will use its reaction to use deflect attack.
Okay, so the first one's a 13 to hit.
Nope.
The second one is a 11 to hit you.
Nope.
Corin, you lucky little shit. 25 to hit you, Nico.
I'm a halfling.
And 17.
They both hit.
Okay, the first one is 12 bludgeoning damage. And the second one is 12 bludgeoning damage, so you will take 12 damage overall. Because that was before it was half. Okay, Dane, you're up.
Okay, I mean, that was a. I'm pissed at this guy.
The guy who
He's like-
is the mindless, huge zombie?
No, the guy who touched me and was like, die. And
Oh,
then
yeah,
beat
E5.
me.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yes, he's
Yeah.
the red-robed cultist with the silver mask.
Yeah, so I'm gonna look at him and be like, no, you die! And I'm gonna, as a bonus action, I'm gonna be surrounded by my maw that expands throughout my body. And am I where do I have to be to flank with Nico and E5?
You can't flank E5 with Nico because Nico is facing E1. You can, however, flank
Okay.
with Night Eyes.
Night Eyes.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll go and flank with Night Eyes.
Yeah. You're lucky that thing doesn't have an opportunity attack. Yep. Go ahead.
And yep, I'll attack this guy because he tried to kill me. No, live. 19 to hit.
Yep.
So, for 7 plus 1d4 plus 1, so 8 damage.
And as you bring your staff down, it sunders him. He is dead.
Ooh, as I look over his body, I'm gonna be like, I am death!
It's a very, very death metal for Dane Rodsall. What's Night Eyes doing? Oh, sorry, any bonus action first?
No, I already used my bonus action to activate my spores.
Ah, yes, okay, cool. What's Night Eyes doing?
Yeah, he'll attack E1. I mean, he's
Okay,
right next
cool,
to
yeah.
it.
So he turns around and makes a bite. You
Okay.
can. Don't need to make a strength save here, as the size is too large.
21
That'll
or
hit.
5 damage.
Okay, he's looking pretty wounded. Does that conclude your turn, Dane?
It does.
Okay. There's quite a lot of this fight left. We're gonna take 5. I'm sorry
Oh
that's in
my
the middle of the
goodness.
fight, but I really need the bathroom.
Okay.
Cool. I was thinking Welcome back, welcome back. Let's find out if our party are gonna die. It is the turn of Corin Swift Dancer.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna bring out my short sword, get a crackling, and boom and blade strike this guy.
Have I given you a special kind of short sword, or is that just a short sword?
It's a long sword.
It's a long sword, okay. But it's just a long sword, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you
well,
haven't infused it to make it magical.
No, I have infused it.
You have infused it, it is magical, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, right, go ahead, smash away. Because otherwise it's immune. That's why I'm double checking.
Okay, 16 to, or, 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Cool. That is 12
Nice.
damage.
Nice, good hit. Bonus action?
Bonus action, all my attacks.
Mm-hmm. All your to hit rolls are just coming up as dots to me. It's very weird. On the
Well,
sword specifically.
Yeah, that's because I rolled a 1 and it re-rolls my ones automatically, but for some reason it doesn't project them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'm guessing Oma won't hit.
No.
Oh.
He won't.
Darn.
Does that conclude your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Corallan, you're up.
Once again, 3 bolts of flame will appear in my hand as with these 3 rays of fire in my hand, I'm going to step around to the side of the non-existent spiritual weapon.
Yes,
And-
non-existent. Good shout.
And I'm going to cast Scorching Ray at the gentleman with the chains upon his chest.
The chained.
16 to hit.
That will hit.
That is 7 damage.
Mm-hmm. Again, you see
17 to
his
hit.
chest pulse with sort of cold ice-like armor. Yep, 17 will hit.
11 damage.
11.
Yep.
Okay, finally you see the sort of cold just dissipate on his body. And for the first time, he appears to have been actually hit.
Yay.
And a natural 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's okay. Saved. 12 damage on the crit.
Yep, nice. Cool. At this moment, he looks at you. You hear this whisper inside your mind. Razidol greets you. Make a
Hello.
wisdom save.
17.
Okay, I'm afraid that is a fail. You will take... I can't see. 17 psychic damage.
Alright, see you guys.
Yeah, bye.
Oh no.
And then he will turn to Sonia and Mai. And he raises his hands, and 2 huge metal chains wreathed in black flames come down and grab at you both. I need a strength save from both of you.
Okay. 16, 17, 19.
Please roll good. I have -2. So that's 13.
Okay, you will take 23 necrotic damage. Sonia, you will take 11.
Mai, are you down?
I'm down.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Oof,
And you may not take reaction. Well, she can't take a reaction. She's unconscious. Cool.
Yep.
Sonia, you're up.
God. I mean, I'm gonna pick up Mai, who's right next to me,
How are you doing that?
with a healing word.
Okay, as you call up with a healing word, you hear him shout, "No! Not today!" And a slash of purple light comes across your chest. Sonia, he will cast Counterspell.
Wow, rude.
Oh my god!
Can he do that?
Yeah, he can.
Not allowed. Adamant.
No, he may not do that. I'm just making it up.
So the spell is like gone?
Yeah. Spell slot gone. Can't cast another spell this turn. Bonus action
How?
gone. Annoying, isn't it?
Dude.
This is why Kelaan was
Little
super pissed when I
bitch.
counterspelled this cantrip.
I'm gonna. Well, I'll say. I'll be back for you, Mai, and then I'm gonna go get next to the big boy
Okay. Go on, take a swing.
and smack him with my warhammer.
Okay.
Plus 5, 15. Not 15. 14.
That'll hit.
Woohoo! For 1d8 plus 5. Oh, 11 damage.
Nice. It is very wounded. You begin to see the bits of skin that are hanging off are like now falling right off. Some of the bones appear cracked in places. Sonia, does that conclude your turn?
That is my turn. Yeah. I that was my bonus action gone. Yeah, that was my turn.
My death save, please.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, her. Okay, here we go. That's a 5.
Unfortunately, that is a
No.
fail. Nico, you're up.
Okay.
Bear with me a second. I'm doing my dex saves first. That's a -1 on the dex check and a 16.
Oh gosh, yeah, because it's 10 feet. Jesus, that's
That's
huge.
good, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, so obviously the warlock
For those
passes.
wondering, we've made a slight change to Nico's aura in that anything within the 10 feet range that is an enemy makes the dex save, not just one enemy of his choice. Because otherwise his class is just a bit shit. Go on, Nico. The damage, please.
Do they get the both same amount of damage?
One saved with a 16, so it takes no damage or half? I don't know.
Half.
Okay, so give me the damage.
So
One
that's
damage
more.
instance you roll.
Uh,
And then that
okay.
applies to each enemy as half or full.
All of
Yeah.
Right, okay, yeah. So that was 4 damage in total.
4 in
lightning
total,
damage.
so 4 to the to E1 and 2 to the boss. Yep.
Yes.
And your action.
And yeah, and then I'll slash out at the giant zombie like creature.
Mm-hmm.
Another
Nice.
Okay. Can I savage? Wait, can I savage attacker a crit
Yeah.
damage?
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, yeah.
You'll have to right click and roll as crit damage. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay, so that's
Sick.
15
Okay.
crit damage.
As you bring your newly silvered sword down onto the large ogre-like zombie, you see that it sort of begins to shake and tremor, and then the bones sort of crunch down, like really slowly, the center where you see a ball of purple energy. The purple energy then combusts outwards into dust as it dies, and the warlock looks to you. That was unwise. And you see these purple chains of flame begin to appear around him as he moves and becomes sort of, he looks a bit like more muscular as he increases in size.
Uh-oh.
He's now standing almost 12 foot tall. And these chains are now on his arms, and he's using them like flails almost as they just drape through his hands.
Spiritual weapon inside of him.
Nico, do you want to move?
Gobbled up my hammer.
No.
You're going to risk it hitting someone else? Great. Look forward to that.
I'm gonna risk what?
You're going to let it attack someone else? I look forward to it. Dane, you're up. I think Dane's going to walk up to it anyway.
I mean, I just killed its pet. I'm assuming it's gonna come straight for me.
We'll find out. Dane, you're up.
First, he has, because he increased in size and got a little bit closer to me, he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yep, it's 12.
He fails! Oh my god, for the first time ever somebody fails these.
I'm so
He
sorry.
takes only 2 damage
What's the
because
damage
I rolled
type?
2 ones.
What's the damage type, Dane?
Oh.
Is it necrotic?
I think it's possibly half my stuff is necrotic. Let me check. Yeah, necrotic.
Unfortunately, he doesn't take any damage at all.
My god.
Sorry, love. Go ahead.
Not like
Take your turn. Hey, you can still bash him on the head. Not immune to
I
that.
know. I still. Yeah. Yeah. I'll walk up to him and try to bash him in the head. You know
Okay.
me so well. Let's see if I hit.
Yeah, that's...
Come on, Shillelagh.
His armor may have increased.
You don't have advantage, sadly. Oh, 23!
That'll
Okay.
hit.
For 5 damage.
Okay.
Because I rolled a gland.
Yeah, he's liking that. Any bonus action?
Not really.
Okay.
He's one size larger than me, right?
Sorry?
He's only one size larger than me, right?
Yes.
In that case, I can... Yeah, I can do this. Okay, this is cool. As I hit him with my Shillelagh by the side, I'm gonna move him 5 feet so he's in front of Nico.
Okay. How are you moving him?
And with the feat you gave me, Crusher, once per turn, when
Ah,
you hit a
yeah,
creature
yeah.
with attack
Yeah,
that deals
yeah.
but
Got you. Okay, that is how that one works. Yeah, I think it moves 5 feet away from you, though, doesn't it?
No, it says you can move it 5 feet to an occupied space. I mean, it doesn't say that it has to be away from you. It says that you can
seems
move it.
Really,
So I
really silly. I'm okay with it, but it seems really silly, right?
mean, I'll go with whatever you say. I'll read it to you. It says once per turn.
Yeah, no,
when
I'm
you hit
reading
a
it. I'm
creature
reading it.
with-
It just seems very bizarre that you could hit a creature with a stick like this and then move it that way. But we'll go with it.
I mean-
It doesn't actually make
The
any
way I'm
difference to me. So
picturing
you're
it
throwing it at
is
Nico,
that
yeah?
it's
I see.
I mean,
Right,
the way
yeah.
I'm saying- yeah.
So
like
I'm
an
gonna
angle,
say the
yeah.
only thing you can't do is move the creature behind you. Okay?
I know that
Yeah,
that is
because
fair.
that
That is
really,
fair.
what is that? Just that like, you know? Yeah, you move him to Nico. Great. Night Eyes.
Night Eyes is also gonna try to bite this guy.
Okay.
You know, he reminds him of the guy. He's a bad guy. So yeah, come on, Night Eyes, and Night Eyes has pack tactics. So 23 for 8 damage.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Karin, you're up.
Yep. We'll charge up next to Night Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm not in a flanking position, right?
You're in a flanking position because Dane is in melee range.
Okay, sweet. Boom and bang, boom, yeah,
Booming blade. Got you.
boom, and, yeah. Yeah, doing that strike. That is 21 to hit.
That'll hit. Woo. I like the way I raised the armor class, so you guys just raised your rolls.
Dang. 6 damage.
Okay. Nice.
Lowest I can do.
Bonus action?
Bonus action, Oma, Force and Power Rend.
Yep. No advantage on him, obviously.
Right. 15 to hit.
That'll miss. Kelaan, death save, please.
That's a fuck.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Two
Oh,
fails. Sorry to hear it.
We're
Okay.
going to jail.
Dane, I need you to make a charisma save, please.
Oh no.
Oh, charisma.
Dane is so charismatic.
Yeah, right. People just instantly like me. Does it not 20? Not 20!
Well, that's his free action. And then I will ask Corin, Night Eyes, Nico, and Dane to make a strength save, please. I'm really sorry. It's not a strength save, it's a con save.
That's a 22.
That 20? Oh my god, I rolled unreal.
I'll use my Bardic Inspiration.
You're okay, guys. I rolled a 6 as a 4d6. If you've got an 18 or above, you will take 3 necrotic damage. If you got below that, you will take 6. And Nico, finally, he will look to you, and a ring on his hand glows as he looks into your mind. He says, "Come, join me. Make a wisdom save." I saw that. Good lad.
Don't do it.
It's okay. His color story.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
Okay, that's a 15.
That's a fail. Nico, roll an attack, please.
No.
As a purple flamed crown will
Oh,
raise from your
fuck
mind.
you. Not a crowd of man.
It's worse than a crown of madness, I'm afraid. It is like a
Oh,
crown of madness, but it will do more than just that. Please make your attack roll. You're hitting Dane.
That's 11.
An 11.
Mhm.
Well, it's a prime time for a shitty roll, isn't it? Dane, an 11 misses you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Thank
Sonia,
God.
you're up.
Oh, mine's up too. As in,
Power of
rounds.
friendship will prevail.
Okay.
And don't forget your 4 temp.
Yeah, 4 temp. Sonia.
Yes, thank you. Okay. What is the rule on like stabilizing someone?
Medicine check, action. But
And-
if you have a spell slot, I suggest you use that instead. If you don't have one, then
Yeah,
fail.
well, I want to try and get both of them in this turn, at least. At least
I will tell
prevent
you for
that.
free that Maya's coming up this on her turn due to Twitch chat.
Oh, wow! How sweet. Okay, then I will healing word Corallin.
Yep. He looks at you,
Although I am nervous about
and
the
then he
counter
lowers
spell.
his hand.
Bastard.
He's decided not to counterspell.
I'm
that.
so good at rolling ones. I'm sorry. You get only 3 HP.
3 HP is a lot of HP
Better
for
than
someone
2
that's
death saves.
unconscious and nearly dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
And your
Especially
action,
for a
Sonia?
wizard.
For my action, I kind of want to like. Do I know what's happening to Nico right now?
Mm-hmm.
Can I see that thing on his head?
Yeah.
Ew. I don't know if I can like.
I don't know what you can do about it, but
I don't think I
can
can
see
do
it.
anything about it.
you can attack him if you want. I'll accept that.
No, I'm gonna just
Slap him.
wedge in that little corner and attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you go to make an attack, please make an intelligence save.
No, great.
He will use his reaction for this.
Cool.
As he raises his hand.
It's a 10.
I'm afraid you will. Please make your attack roll, but you won't be hitting him. He looks to you.
No.
I don't
Wait.
think so. Not yet.
Okay, I am making an attack roll.
Yeah, you are.
That's a
It's not that
11.
20, is it? Okay. An
no,
11?
no.
What's Night Eyes' armor, please?
No, not Night Eyes.
My God,
Oh,
baby
no.
might be dead.
Oh, sorry. No,
I
you're
know,
not making an
it's
attack at
15.
somebody else. I'm really sorry. I've misread this. Oh, no, you're not making an attack roll at anybody. Sorry. I've completely misread this. 13 psychic damage you take, Sonia.
I hate that.
And you will be stunned until the end of your next turn.
Okay. Well, I tried. I just ran in and did nothing.
Mai, as you are sort of lying on the ground, you just hear a shout out from behind the cart. As Madame Sarusa says, "No, not yet." And you see that doing this takes her a lot of energy. You will need to roll a 3d4, please. Or a d4 3 times.
3 of them? Thank you, man.
Yeah, she means
Oh my
like it's
God.
too soon. We haven't got to know each other yet. You can't
And
beat
wish
that.
you would have done that for me.
Well,
That's a 4.
she's that
Like,
gamer for the end. You got a 4 overall?
Yeah.
Yep, that's how much HP you'll gain.
Oh, boy.
And you may take your turn. It'll be at the beginning of your turn, so
Okay.
you may also take a turn.
What a sweet lady. I love her so much. I guess I'll move a little bit closer.
You sure? How much closer? You want to get in range of Nico? He might hit you.
No, I'll like stand right by the. Yeah, there.
Okay, in the middle of the path.
Yeah, in the middle of the path.
Give us a Gandalf moment or something.
Yeah, and I mean, Sonia isn't that tall, is she?
No.
No.
She's
You
Right,
can shoot over her head.
I'll throw my blink dagger.
You know that
I
that
don't know.
teleports you, right?
Are you sure you want to
It
get in
does?
here?
Yeah, when it arrives, you're going to arrive at it.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a normal deck.
That might be a much better plan.
Never mind.
You just imagine, just, woo, I'm here. Yeah, go ahead, roll the hit.
It'd be a good party trick.
It would be. Go ahead and roll the hit.
So that's a 21.
That'll hit.
Oh,
This is actually really sensible.
so that's 4 piercing damage.
And he will lose concentration on the Crown of Madness on Nico.
Ooh,
Excellent work.
Nice.
very nice.
Which is very convenient, isn't it, Nico? Because it's your turn next. Mai, any bonus action?
No, I can't.
Okay,
There's
cool.
anything else? I
You're
don't
out of
think.
spell slots.
No, I have
Healing
some spell slots left.
word.
Healing word.
Some of your friends might like some healing.
If Salty fails another death, so he's dead.
No, he's up.
Oh.
He's up.
He's up.
Yeah, he's
But between yourself, Sonia, and Corallan, you've got a combined 13 HP.
It's bad.
Alright, so that's the lowest?
Corallan, but he's also the furthest away.
Alright, I'm gonna heal Sonya. I don't...
Yeah, good shout.
Oh, thank
Um,
you.
Okay, go ahead, roll to heal.
So that's 8?
Oh, nice. Good roll.
Yeah.
Nico, you're up.
Love it.
Okay, he needs to make that deck save.
Yeah.
Zappity zap zap.
That's on a 9.
To fail. 3 lightning damage.
Okay, he is now minorly wounded.
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
gonna slash at his chest.
Okay.
That is a 17 to hit.
That will miss. Sorry, 17 will hit.
Okay. And then I'm gonna reckless attack this damage.
Reckless attack, savage attacker.
Yeah, that.
14, yeah?
You sure about that reckless attack?
That's
You should be
14,
reckless
yeah.
attacking.
No, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 14 slashing damage.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Dane, you're up.
This guy is just immune to necrotic damage, right? Fuck him. That's 80% of what I can do, and I'll hit him with my stick.
Yep.
Am I?
That's what I'm like to do. I'll hit him.
flanking?
You're all flanking.
Cool.
He's
Yep,
quite okay with you
now-
having advantage on every attack.
Good, I hit him.
Did you forget, Nico? Sorry.
23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
For 5 damage, I rolled another 1 in my damage.
Oh,
That's
no.
not good.
Bye-bye.
For 5 damage.
Okay. Any bonus action?
Not. No, I
You don't have
no, I
healing
don't
word,
have
do
any
you? You've
bonus
got cure wounds. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
action.
Night Eyes?
Healing word. Night Eyes will attack. Okay, good properties. I mean, or should he? No, Night Eyes is a warrior. I don't think he would. God, but then I might need to. He's immune to. But yeah, Night Eyes I don't think would just run away. I don't know. Let me do a wisdom check for Night Eyes.
I
to see if
think
he will.
Night Eyes would quite happily preserve himself if you asked him to. He's doing whatever you ask him to.
Okay, in that case, yeah, I'll have him take the disengage action
Yeah.
and get next to behind Corallan.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think Night Eyes is sensible enough to look after himself.
Okay.
Corin, you're up.
I'll make a booming blade strike with my longsword. Oh, no, not hidden.
No, you're not.
No.
Oof. To do bonus action, Oma will attack. 17 to hit.
Yep.
Doing 7 force.
Okay. Nice. Does that conclude your turn?
Mhm.
Corallan, you're up.
I'll reach into my bag and pull out a potion, and as I drink it, I'll turn to the wolf behind me and say, "Rough fight, huh?" And I'll take a drink of a swig, even, of a potion of endurance.
Yep.
Giving me a short rest. I'm going to roll that die for the love of God. And get a 2, that's fantastic. But I will also recover a 2nd level spell slot.
Well, that might be the reason. You're taking one second level or 2 first level?
I haven't used any first level spells.
Cool, that's good.
I will be casting Scorching Ray as 3 bolts of flame come flying out of my hands towards this
You're fucking
boss
lucky
man.
he does not have a reaction right now.
19 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 9 damage.
Okay.
24 to hit.
Yeah.
For 8 damage.
Okay.
And a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 12 damage.
He is wounded. You're
Nice.
halfway, guys. Does that conclude your turn,
And
Corin?
that, as I reach down and pet the wolf, will conclude my turn.
Okay. You see he shrugs with these chains, and white flame begins to wreath both of his arms. That is a natural 20 for a 27 to hit Dane.
Bye, Dane. That'll hit me.
That's 25 fire damage, cold damage.
Oh,
I'm 25
Yeah, 25 cold damage.
that's
down.
Okay. He then swings the other flail at Corin.
At disadvantage because of Oma's reaction.
That is a good thing for you, because that was a 26 and that was a 10. Okay.
halfling luck.
And then the flames on these flails will boom out around him. I need a dex save from Nico, Sonia, and Corin. I'm afraid, Dane, you will take a death save here. 2 death saves. It's, you take 2 when you're hit on the ground, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So Dane is in
That-
severe danger of dying. Okay?
Been there.
If you got an 18 or above on your dex save, you will take... Sorry, I'm just looking at this.
Start rolling Oma's dex, dude, not yours.
Is that right? Is it 2d6? Yeah, so if you get an 18 or above, you will take 2 necrotic damage. If you get below an 18, you will take 5. Lucky for you guys, my d6s are sucking.
I'll take that.
However, if you failed, you cannot take reactions until your next turn. Okay?
I have a reaction anyway, so that's fine.
fine. You do, you have an opportunity attack.
If this guy was gonna move, he'd move by now.
He's thinking about it.
Wait, how much was it for failed?
5 necrotic damage. Are you down, Maya? You're not in range. Maya, you're not in range.
Wait, I'm not alright.
No.
Okay, cool.
It's just the
Never
people
mind.
around him. No. It's
You
just-
didn't
Sorry,
use the
sorry.
blink dagger, Mai.
Yeah, you didn't
Sorry.
use that dagger. You would have died if you had have used the dagger. Sonia, I'm afraid that you will miss your turn as you were
That's cool.
stunned. Maya, you're up. Maya, if you have a way of restoring Dane, he is dead if anything. If he fails his death save.
Yeah, I can use healing word on him.
Okay. I could. I could. I have 1 third level spell slot left, but I'm not
That's-
going to.
That's only 3.
That is
health,
more
but
than
it's
dead.
something.
He will be more than happy.
Yes.
What's your action?
My action will be standing right where I am and throwing another dagger.
Yeah. Don't get those daggers mixed up.
Yep. Go ahead and roll to hit.
That's 15.
That will miss, I'm afraid.
Okay. Alright.
Okay, Nico, you're up.
Dick save.
Okay. That's a 7.
That's 4 lightning damage.
Okay.
Zappity zap.
If you go
And
to
then I'm
hit him,
gonna-
you will need to make an intelligence saving throw.
Jesus Christ. Fuck me.
Sonya knows how this feels.
This guy's the worst. Yeah, Sonya's not intelligent.
Okay, that is a 17.
Unfortunately, that's a fail. You'll take 10 psychic damage and be stunned until the end of your next turn.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's half down to 5.
Dane, you're up.
Great. I mean, I cannot move away from this guy who would probably murder me, so I'll... No. Oh god, we're all so screwed and I can do nothing right now. I mean, really need link word. Who is looking worse right now? Is it me? Who of the people around this guy is looking worse?
None of you have over 10 HP.
Yeah, I'm 5.
You're
right
all
now.
equally buggered.
Yeah.
Pick somebody you love and tell them it'll be okay.
Oh my god. Is this that moment when I have to choose who's my best friend in the group?
Or yourself. There is one person who gets more out of having HP than the rest of you, though. Dane, can you tilt your camera up towards your face?
Sorry.
That's right. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, so bear in mind one person takes half the amount of damage as the rest of you. So HP is worth more on them.
To be honest, I was gonna do him anyway.
Aw.
He is stunned until the end of his next turn. That's such his life.
They
Okay.
all be.
Yep. Yeah. Dane does consider Nico like one of his best. I'll kind of... Where is he, by the way? I need to get to him also. Oh, he's right next to
He's
me.
next to you.
Great,
You can just reach out.
spit on my hand. I'll just spit on my hand, spread all over his wounds, and heal him for... M10.
Very nice.
And that's my action. As a bonus action, I'll recast Shillelagh because it's running out.
Cool. Corin, you're up.
Ooh, yep, okay. Just gonna do what I can and attack with my longsword.
Yep.
That's all I can do. A natural 20.
Nice. That is crucial.
Okay, roll crit damage. That's 10.
Okay.
Then bonus action, Oma will attack. And not hit, because that's a 10.
That is a miss.
Yep. That's my turn.
Corallan, you're up.
I will have 3 bolts of arcane energy form into my hand. And I will throw all 3 of these beads at this boss man.
I need the damages one by one.
5, 3, 3.
5, 3. Oh, he's severely wounded. 3. Okay. As he feels this, he will look to you. Make a charisma save.
You sure you don't mean Constitution?
Yeah.
Damn it, I have advantage on Constitution. I tried. That's a new woo. It's a natural 20.
Okay. You'll take
-1, that's a 19.
You'll take 4 psychic damage. That puts him to 1 HP. Okay, and then he shall. Oh dear. Let's do this. Yeah. Okay. Corallan, that is a 20 to hit you. Sorry, not Corallan. Corin, that's a 20 to hit you. I don't think you can give him disadvantage on a spell attack, can you?
It's... The defender imposes disadvantage on the attack roll of one creature can see that is within 5 feet of it, provided the attack rolls against a creature other than the defender. It doesn't specify.
Okay, cool.
It just says
he'll roll with
attack roll.
disadvantage. That is a 15 to hit you.
I will shield.
Okay. And then Sonya. It's a 20 to hit you.
Yeah.
That is a D10 plus 4.
Cool.
Let's have a look. That's 10 force damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
And Dane. A 21 to hit you.
Yeah.
9 force damage.
Okay. It's back down.
Okay, Corallan. Sorry, not Corallan. Sonia, you're up.
Ugh, finally.
Yeah,
Finally.
stand until the end of your next turn during the attack on the previous turn is really harsh.
Okay, at least I get my temp HP back, right? Yes?
Yes.
Is that still...
Corin, have you been
Cool.
making concentration saves?
Uh-oh.
Next, I'll remind you next time. It's
Yes,
fine.
Dinos definitely
He's nat 20 them all. Corin's concentration this fight has been incredibly focused. Sonia, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
It's fine.
I'm gonna
We
try
all
and,
make
like...
those mistakes.
Yeah, I just want to hit him, man.
Please do. You're rolling
With
an
advantage for
advantage.
flanking?
Yeah. Actually, are you flanking? Is anybody still conscious? Oh yeah, Corin's up. Oh yeah, it's only Dane that's down. Yep.
Wait, Dane's doing again?
Dane's down again. That was a 16.
That will miss, I'm afraid.
Okay, I'm using my inspiration to go again.
Yeah.
I have
Is that DM
DM
inspiration? Roll with
Yes.
advantage.
Because I've had enough. That's a nat 20! Get
Well,
out
hey!
of my face!
Yeah.
Okay.
Get out of my
Give me
face!
some damage.
And I'm
Cleric
gonna use
Rage?
my... Oh my god, is it time for Cleric Rage? I'm using my Smite on him also, because... So that's 14.
Does that
Do I
consume your
do
bonus action? It does, yeah. I'm just wondering.
It might be. What, do I roll crit damage on the
You
static
do.
bolt?
You do.
Then yes, I'm going to do that. Sorry, spiritual weapon hasn't got to do anything in a while.
I'm sure it is okay with that. Come on.
Enjoy that max damage!
You needed 7, you got 8. As your hammer sunders down upon him,
Yeah.
sparks shatter outwards.
Golf
You
swing.
see that a large purple hand blocks the blow.
Oh, God.
As his eyes sink downwards, he looks at you. Not today. But you will pay for the death of Master Sharazai. And he waves his arm. Everybody in range will take 25 force damage.
That seems
Um,
excessive.
So that will be... yeah, just the 4 of you.
Oh my god, that would have full killed me.
Yep, I know.
Me a repair Oma now.
Yeah.
Aww.
Okay. And then
Shoot.
you see a door of purple light in front of him. And he turns around to you. He says, "My name is Makras. See you soon." And he drops something on the ground before disappearing through this door. Mai, as you look over at your friends unconscious on the ground around him, you notice that this thing he's dropped is like a black crystal orb. As you walk over, it begins to speak. And what you hear is the following. Thank you. What you hear is the following. It says... Oh, strange noises. Thank you. It says, "The time of Thrasidal is coming. The time of the great old ones will return. Do not make the mistake of crossing us again." And then it disappears into dust. That will conclude the session. As you guys are lying on the ground, the maestro comes forward and begins to tend to you with potions, loading you back onto your mounts and sheltering you all. He stutters out an apology. I'm sorry, but we're not fighters, the Circus. I didn't expect such a strong, powerful enemy to target us.
It was
Was this
probably
targeted at you?
targeting us.
He is only speaking to Maya and Kelaan, I'm afraid.
Oh,
The
yeah,
rest
I'm
of you are
knocked
still
out.
currently unconscious.
To say we've made certain enemies would be an understatement.
Well, I hope then, in the nicest way, that they will not come after us. That is not something my family can stand against.
I don't think they would come after you.
I am so glad to see you all still alive, with mighty warriors like you at my side. We will be well on the road, and we welcome you as family. Please, take these. And he will hand you 3 scrolls. On the ground, by the way, you will find various weapons, none magical or any interest. And a sum total of 28 silver pieces. He gives you 3 scrolls. Each of these is a different spell. The first is of Cure Wounds at the 2nd level. The second is of Fairy Fire. And the third is of Agonaz's Scorcher.
I'd like one of the last 2.
Yep. So we will leave those where they are for now. They are scrolls that anyone can use who has an ability to cast spells. So everybody but Nico. But you can divide those up after session, as it goes to say, congratulations. Please level up. Welcome to the
Yeah!
Rowan is going to pass out.
That is the first minor boss fight, I think, for you guys. Obviously, it had no legendary.
minor?
Yeah, it has no legendary actions.
yeah.
A proper boss fight has legendary actions. But
I
apart from
don't
that,
take ASIs or feats, right?
go on, Nico. What?
Really quick. A, are we doing a HP? And B, are we doing ASIs?
No, you don't do your HP. With your ASIs, please put 2 points in an ability, and then go to your character builder and remove them again. So basically, you get nothing from your ASIs because obviously I'm giving you stats, etc. However, we did have some moments today. So, Kelaan, start with you. You go up and down more than a yo-yo. Please take a point in Constitution. To my thrower of daggers, take a point in Dex. I'm glad you didn't throw the blink dagger.
Yes.
To the lander of the mighty finishing blow, please take a point in Strength, Sonia.
Yes.
To Nico, we won't let that happen to you again. Take a point in Intelligence. And to Dane, who made a wise choice today, take a point in Wisdom. Are you at 20 already? You're not, right? No, okay, cool. Just checking.
19.
Yeah.
19.
Please tell me I haven't. I have. Sorry, Corin. Yes, I do have yours here. I'm not sure who I haven't told what they're doing. Yes, to Corin. I think this is the first time Corin's gone down.
Might be.
Hey.
The knock, the blow at the end.
Oh yeah, at the end, yeah.
Yeah. Take a point in Constitution. You will steel yourself to any further blows. Yeah, congratulations, guys. That was a tough fight. I'm very proud of you for coming through. I really wasn't sure. If that ogre skeleton had have hit a few more times, we could have been in some serious trouble. It hit 3 of 12 attacks, which is quite cool. So yeah, we come to MVPs. Hannah, you're first.
Oh, okay. I'm first this time. Well, I guess I would give my MVP to Dane because of his first rage. Yay! And it was very good rage at that.
The second rage.
Second rage, yeah, second time we had Druid
Is
rage.
it the second?
Unfortunately, Hannah wasn't present for the previous one. It was your episode off. But yes,
Right.
we now have had
This one for
Artificer
me.
and Druid rage. Speaking of Artificers, Jay, your MVP.
Kind of a duel, like I say duel, but it's mainly like Nico is sort of egging on Kelaan with the juggling and bet you can't do that, but you can't do this.
Yep. And your so I see what you mean, duel, because it's both of them. Right, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Josh.
Because Kelaan came up later and actually did it.
Yep, Josh, your MVP.
So a little one was just everyone's answers to like Slender Man's questions.
Slenderman. You're not calling him that. His name's Yelk.
Yeah. And then like another little one is the conversation I had with
Madame
the
Charuso?
leader. Yeah.
Yeah. She's not the leader. She's the leader's wife, but she's the ringleader. She's the one who goes out at the beginning and sets the stage. She's not the owner.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I liked having that. I liked having that conversation with her about the team.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
But my actual MVP was Corin and Nico paying for Sonia's enchantment.
Yeah. I
Aw,
really enjoyed
that
that.
was gonna be mine.
Yeah. Well, you can have it as well, Michaela, but we'll take a second one.
I
from
have
you
another
two.
one.
Yeah. Go
Oh,
ahead.
I mean-
Seal.
Yeah, I have. Well, yeah, the generosity of my teammates. Also, on that line, Nico's whole interaction with the enchanter, like trying so hard to get that lightning enchantment. And one from the very beginning when Corallin was describing how useful the mask was, and then Dane said, "There's another magical item that does the same thing called a regular mask."
That was a brilliant one. That was my MVP. Tom,
Yes.
your MVP.
First, I have the same as Jay because when the egging started on, I copied exactly what they said because I thought it was so funny. It was Nico going like, "Can you do that?" Like a pause, and then Coral being no, and then Nico just being like, "I didn't think so," and writing away.
Yeah.
That was just so
It
good.
was good fun.
And then also when you were like deciding where Nico should go, and if because if he went to this side, the giant was gonna attack Sonia, and then Sonia was like, "No," and like when
Yeah.
discussing where to put him, that was also really funny.
That was
Like,
good.
no.
Sonia wanting to put Nico between her and danger was brilliant. Oscar.
For my ability to risk the party's life continually to hold on to Fireball, is really great.
A 4d6 wouldn't have done all that in this fight.
Yeah,
I think Scorching Ray probably did more damage.
Scorching Ray definitely did a lot of damage. I would say I really enjoyed the fact that combat was so fucking it was hard, but I'd say more so antagonizing of, oh, you know what? You don't get to take a turn. Oh, counter spell. Oh, it was a fun time of that. And then I think it was a fun session. I'm glad I've been downed in 4 straight.
Yeah.
And this time I woke up for the fight.
Yes, that's true. So I've got a couple of MVPs, but my first biggest MVP, I'm so glad we did go with the circus. So I mentioned the circus as like an offhand, I don't know, what can they go and guard for a first episode? I was like, whatever, go guard a circus. And you guys seemed interested in it, so I thought, hey, you know what, I'm going to spend some time and write this circus out. I took a lot of inspiration from the Cirque du Freak in Darren Shan's books, The Vampire's Assistant and the series. They're really good books if anybody hasn't read them. But yeah, I took a lot of inspiration from there and some other like freak show moments. Obviously, The Greatest Showman, you guys mentioned the Bearded Lady. Although Madame Trusker is who the Bearded Lady is a part of. But yeah, I really was so glad that we went back to them. We took part in them because the circus sort of became something that I loved when I got thinking about it and when I got creating it. So I was really glad to be able to share these little freaks with you and their sense of family. And I hope that, because we're going to have quite a few episodes with them as you guys travel, because you're headed to see if you could find Penelope at Draenor, right? So it's quite a long journey. So that's going to be pleasing. This is the first of the Old One Warlocks that you guys are going to fight. You're going to see these guys more and more. Provided you give a shit about the storyline. So that was super fun to just drop that bomb. And to be fair, I always knew today was going to be massively combat heavy. I know we get quite a lot of combat in Kelaan, but you guys play combat so well. So it was really a joy. Seeing you all, like, the bond between each other, just picking each other back up and constantly defending each other. And knowing when to stick to your guns and not to use a spell and just to keep pumping the damage and make sure you get your damage out. That especially goes to Corin and Dane. I think both of them. I'm not sure if Corin has Cure Wounds, but I know he definitely has spells. And obviously Dane has Cure Wounds, but both of them knowing that without their damage you won't win the fight. So really well played by all of you. I really enjoyed that, and I really had a good session. So thank you all. Yeah, I think we will raid. Bear with me a second. Let's see if he is still live. Yeah, do you know what? I don't think we've raided Kira before, so let's go do that. So yeah, if you guys would like to say goodbye,
Goodbye.
it comes to me to say thank you to Gamer for the End for the follow. Welcome to the Duck Pond. Stay the fuck away from my pond life. And we shall see you all soon. If you'd like to grab your raid call. See you next time. Yes, that microphone is killing me. I think it's Dane's. A really